Lore dump.
Hello, and welcome to Lore Dump, the show where we take someone who hasn't played a game and we walk them through the full story. I am your host, MONTY'S, and I am joined by...
Every 50 years, I have to win a Mortal Kombat to be known as Neil.
As Neil and...
An ADHD hot mess. Chase.
Chase forgot to bring a small
Everything.
little screw for the Rode mic. So, as a result, Neil is recording on the old Yetis that we used to use.
Can you tell?
And
No,
Chase...
you sound delicious as... If we got your voice clipped enough on that mic, you'll be fine.
Well, you might think that because it's Chase's fault that this is the whole setup, that Chase would be recording on the Yeti, but...
As the punishment mic.
We bought the Rhodes because of Chase's peaking and gains.
Wow! Wow!
So,
The Yeti is an endangered species. This will be hopefully the last time you hear any of us on it.
I'm making a checklist for myself for future. I'm gonna send it to you guys and say, send this to me before any recording session. Or I'll put it in my schedule.
I did send a little message saying,
Yeah,
remember
you
to...
did last night.
Oh, you mean while I was vehemently drunk?
I didn't realize you were vehemently drunk.
You didn't realize that from the 30 videos I sent you of me doing
like
karaoke?
one
Video at 1 in the morning.
At 1 in the morning?
I woke up to those and I went, we're going to be starting late today. So, we're doing Mortal Kombat 9 today, also known as just Mortal Kombat 2011. This is a complete reboot now, soft reboot, but everything that we've covered in Phase 1, Mortal Kombat 1 through to 7, Armageddon, and Mortal Kombat in the DC Universe, technically is relevant for what we're going to do today. You will see how in a minute. But before we properly kick off, I do need to acknowledge a mistake that I made with Phase 1. Thank you for all of the actually comments. This is beloved character Kintaro.
Okay.
He appears in Mortal Kombat 2 as a boss, but not a playable fighter, which is how I forgot about him because I was using the epilogues and stuff to try and find my way through. Again, you have to really piece these stories together. Liu Kang fights him just before he faces Shao Kahn. You'll remember Shao Kahn the Conqueror, our big bad kind of Mortal Kombat. He is a Shokin, just like Goro was. Remember Goro, 6 arms, Dragon Man?
Oh, no, that's who I remember.
Yes, they're of the same race. So after Goro went into hiding, he led the Shokins, Kintaro. He took over. He's from a different part of the race, though, where Goro and Shiva are descendants of dragons. Kintaro's people are a descendant of furred creatures like tigers. Aren't all Shokans descendants of dragons? Yes. Don't worry about it. Kintaro is beloved because he's a very, very difficult fight. In fact, people kind of claim that he's probably one of the most tough fights in Mortal Kombat. Here is why he's important to the lore.
Oh.
Does he come back?
It's a slide saying he isn't, everyone. You will see Kintaro again in Phase 2, yes.
Okay,
but he is not important to the lore. Everything I've just told you is everything we learn about him in Phase 1. So, Mortal
He's beloved
Kombat.
because he's a furry.
Yes.
He's the furry fan favorite.
Mortal Kombat 9 released in 2011 for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. It is a soft reboot and the beginning of what fans deem to be Phase 2 of Mortal Kombat. The production values are sexier for a start, online multiplayer became a bit of a focus, and guest fighters became a series staple from this point on.
Oh, it's time for the boys.
We will get to them later. We open with the closing moments of Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Ooh.
So do you remember what happened?
The world ended.
The world ended. Shao Kahn won. Yep, he got to the top of the Pyramid of Argus. So, on the Pyramid of Argus, the Thunder God Raiden crashes into the dirt. Battered, bruised, blood dripping from his wounds. Shao Kahn the Conqueror stands over him, his red eyes glinting. "Where are the Elder Gods, Raiden?" he growls. "Their pathetic Mortal Kombat shackles me no longer. They masquerade as dragons, but are nothing but toothless men. This is the end of all things. Armageddon." He tosses Raiden aside, and we watch in slow motion as the Thunder God's amulet shatters to the ground. So, Phase 1, he didn't have this, but now he has an amulet. Raiden has an amulet as well.
Was that?
Not the Damulet.
Not the Damulet and not the Framulet.
We are retconning that he always had an important amulet.
This is the Thamulet.
The Thamulet. So,
But forget about it because it's not here anymore.
the amulet.
or the Ramulet?
What do you want to call this? Because there are going to be lots of amulets.
This one's the Ramulet.
The Ramulet.
The Ramulet. The Ramulet.
So his amulet smashes to
Which could
pieces.
also mean the Retcon Amulet.
The retcon amulet.
The Ramulet.
This is a really important amulet. This is going to pop up quite a bit. So, the Ramulet
The Import
smashes.
Amulet.
Raiden picks up the pieces and utters a silent prayer as Shao Kahn laughs. The Conqueror raises his hammer high into the air, and just as he brings it down, Raiden gasps out a final, desperate phrase. He must win. Whoosh. We flash back through the years. We see the Deadly Alliance fighting Onaga, the Dragon Emperor. Raiden resurrecting Liu Kang as a zombie. Remember that?
I thought about that.
Yeah. Sub-Zero taking charge of the Lin Kuei. The Outer World Agency creating Earthrealm's portal between worlds. Liu Kang dying in Raiden's arms when they battled the DC universe. Told you it was relevant. Yeah.
Get fucked.
That was my least favorite of the games, by the way.
It might be the least favorite game we've covered on Lordom. Ever.
Yeah, you guys really did not enjoy that one.
It wasn't good.
Sure, it's fun to play, but yeah.
It's fine. But told you it was relevant. Here you go. Liu Kang dying in Raiden's arms after what happened? Do you remember? No. Raiden killed him. Remember? Raiden killed Liu Kang in the DC Universe game. We also see them fighting Shinnok when he invaded Earth in Mortal Kombat 4.
Best boy.
Shenron.
Shenron.
We also see these are random beats, but we also see Johnny Cage dying at the hands of Motaro, the Centaurian. Mortal Kombat 3. Remember his spirit went up to heaven? It was a whole thing. We also see Jax getting his bionic arms. Somehow Raiden was there too.
I love Raiden just stood there like stiff as a board, arms crossed.
He wandered into this government facility to oversee it.
This is very much one of those like, and I too was there sort of moments.
This looks like he's taken a bunch of video clips from movies, like, and then home movie edited them to put himself into them.
Yeah, it totally does, yeah. And then whoosh, Raiden gasps awake on the island of Shang Tsung. Liu Kang peers at his mentor. Lord Raiden, what's wrong? Strange visions, Raiden rumbles. He looks down at his amulet.
Are we going to say that the entirety of Mortal Kombat's 1 through 8 was just strange visions in Raiden's brain?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
He sent a message back in time to himself almost. He's
I'll tell you right now that is exactly what's happened. We've gone back in time, right?
Okay.
Because Armageddon comes and Raiden's like, right, Shao Kahn's won, and he sent a message back in time to himself to say he must win. What does that mean? What does that message mean? That's what this game is. So...
Wait, that Shao Kahn must win?
Who's the he? We don't know who the he is in that sentence, and that is kind of the mystery of Mortal Kombat 9.
would have been really helpful if he'd given a name. God, Raiden, you're the worst. You're the worst. Everyone in this tournament's a guy, bar 2 people in the first one, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, yeah. It could just mean like not Kintara or Sonya Blade.
Reptile must win.
Yeah.
Put my noob Cybot on the throne.
So, yeah, we've flashed back in time. We're on the island of Shang Tsung, and Raiden's like, I've just had a weird vision, and the visions are what we've just seen. He looks down at his amulet, and it is shattered. It's not broken apart, it's just cracked. It's nothing, Liu Kang, he grimaces. Focus, the tournament begins. We look around as a procession of monks enter, and we see among the audience Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. Give me some thoughts, because this is now what they're going to look like. This is their official looks. So what do you think, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade?
They're fine.
Yeah, pretty much what you'd imagine them to look like, right?
I like the Johnny Cage sort of looks like he's come from a party the night after an awards do.
100%.
Why does Johnny Cage's bow tie look like it's made of leather?
Yeah, it's weird. All the
PS3.
outfits. Look at his suit. His suit looks like it's made of leather too.
Well,
All the
at least
like
that one I could say it's like, a scale jacket or something, like a snakeskin jacket. Why is the bow tie leather?
I like to think that it's all just padding.
S&M bow tie.
Yeah.
God, the difference between early PS3 and late PS3 is wild.
Right.
The Last of Us came out on this console.
Just wait. Yeah, that is insane. Wait till you get to Mortal Kombat 11. Officially, Mortal Kombat 11 is one of the sexiest games I've ever seen. Ever. Including current gen stuff. But anyway, so next, Sub-Zero.
Oh, God, he's too
What's up with his eyes?
He's too hench.
Why is his head so small?
He's also flanked by Sector and Cyrax. You'll remember that in the original timeline, Sector goes on to become a cyber ninja, second game yet, and Cyrax also becomes a reluctant cyber ninja.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And I hate them now.
Yes.
Because they're not all color swaps
Well,
anymore.
do you remember who... Oh, exactly, yeah. Everyone's
It
got
was funnier when they were color swaps.
Not anymore. So, Sub-Zero, do you remember who this is? This is not the Sub-Zero that we know.
It's Sub-Zero's brother.
The first Sub-Zero. This is Bihan. Yeah, absolutely.
Who had to go to hell to steal an amulet for a guy that could have done it himself.
Well, yeah, we're about to see them. So we also see Quan Chi and Scorpion.
Oh, Quan Chi looks great.
He's looking quenched.
Quan Chi and Scorpion. The Illusionist and Sorcerer.
God, they make him look more and more like Kratos every game.
Yeah, they do. This is kind of what he looks
Kratos
like now.
in one of the Mortal Kombat games?
The Illusionist and Sorcerer Shang Tsung stands above his audience. There's Shang Tsung.
Looking good.
Flanked by the Tarkatan Baraka, Princess Kitana, and her bodyguard Jade. He is old and withered. Combatants, Shang Tsung grins. He spells it with a K. I am Shang Tsung.
Of course he does.
In the coming days, each of you will fight. Some are here of their own volition, others brought here by chance. His voice fades away into the background as we cut to Johnny and Sonya. Hey, beautiful, the movie star beams, flashing white teeth. Johnny Cage. Good for you, Sonya replies stiffly. She's eyeing someone across the arena. The Black Dragon mercenary, Kano.
Ooh, bad guy.
You participate in the most important Mortal Kombat in history, Shang Tsung continues. This tournament, the 10th after 9 Outworld victories, will determine Earthrealm's fate. This is Mortal Kombat 1. Defeat all of your opponents, and you will face one final challenge. Me. Johnny Cage arcs an eyebrow. That old geezer, they might as well give me the belt right now. They do have belts, right? I love a belt. A gust of wind, and Cage looks to his left, and Shang Tsung's there. Appearances can be deceiving, he says with a thin smile. So, yeah, this is, for all intents and purposes, a remake of Mortal Kombat 1 with a lot of retconning.
So we're saying people who are there, if it gives them a little better backstory based on when they actually came in.
1,000,000%. Yeah, like Sector and Cyrax were not there in Mortal Kombat 1, but they are now here, so we can learn a bit more about them. This is... Yeah, we really start to get into a bit more interesting plot stuff here, but... We'll see how you react to that. So, it's all framed by Raiden's mysterious final words, he must win. It seems that he sent a message back to his past self to try and divert Armageddon. The tournament starts immediately. Johnny Cage is our first contestant. All right, who's it gonna be? Reptile, Shang Tsung announces. We see the Zaterran Reptile crouching on a nearby rooftop. He leaps down and hisses at Cage. Wow, who's your agent? He laughs. Reptile swipes at us, your favorite character, isn't it? Yeah. Reptile swipes at us, baring its massive teeth. Johnny drops to the ground, does the splits, and jabs him hard in his reptilian balls. Crunch, you just got caged, Johnny laughs.
And if we all remember, Reptile's character motivation is to... have we been recording for more than 15 minutes?
Almost.
His motivation is to fuck his species out of extinction. Yeah, like that one tortoise on an island.
Yeah.
God, I feel like I need to now stand on my hill and stay there of hating him purely because he's no longer a color swap of Sub-Zero. Yeah. I need to hate everybody who's not a Sub-Zero color swap.
You're not going to enjoy the rest of this series very much.
Specifically the ones who were color swaps and who now aren't.
There's only about 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah. So Johnny wins his first match. He's all good. He marches over to where the other contestants are lined up watching. Contestants spelled with a K. And he's like, "Oh, I'm taking you out. I'm taking you out. Oh, I'm definitely taking you out." And then he stops in front of Sonya for dinner. Sonya sniffs. Round 2 is Baraka.
Yeah, my other fave.
Nice makeup, but is it really necessary? Johnny grimaces, staring at Baraka's massive pointed teeth.
Is Johnny meant to be our main character in this one?
He is. So each, this is part 1, Johnny Cage. Each part gets, each chapter you're playing as one character, and all the storylines intersect. You'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, so we're kicking off with Johnny because he's kind of our point of view entry character to this universe. Johnny thinks all of this is like movie stuff. It's all special effects. He doesn't think that Baraka's a part of an alien race. He thinks that this is all like...
Can you remind me of the is he a Tarkatan. Can you remind me? Was that a slave people? Was that what was the deal with them?
Yeah, they work for Shao Kahn reluctantly. He's conquered their people. But Baraka is also kind of a prick. So he's like the leader of the. He's not really, but he's basically the leader of the Tarkatans. So Johnny's like, whoa, like, look at all your stuff. And Baraka's like, I will taste your flesh. And he's like, my producer has got to meet you. We're doing Tommy Scissor Fists, and congratulations, Mr. Cage, Shang Tsung booms. Now, finish him. Johnny hesitates. Whoa, wait a sec, I'm not going to kill anyone. Shang Tsung is disappointed, but he shrugs it off. Very well, the tournament resumes at dawn. Everyone heads off to their bunks, and Johnny starts to look for Sonya to flirt with her some more, but he's stopped by Raiden and Liu Kang. You fought well, Raiden says. Thanks, nice hat. Now look, I don't know what kind of role-playing you guys are into, but count me out. He starts to push past the pair, but Liu Kang puts a strong hand on his shoulder. Sternly, he lays out the stakes. Elder gods, Shao Kahn, fighting for the survival of Earthrealm, yada yada yada. Johnny is bewildered by all of this, and he's like, hey guys, I'm an actor, I save the world for the cameras. If this Emperor guy is such a threat, call the military. Good luck to you. As he leaves, Liu Kang, ironically, we did call the military. Sonya's right up the road, yeah. As he leaves, Liu Kang leans into Raiden.
He wants to call the military. Bow chicka wow. Wow,
hey,
Jesus, my God, cringe.
So as Johnny Cage leaves, Liu Kang leans into Raiden, and he's like, what are you seeing him? And Raiden kind of like has a little flash as he sees another vision, and he goes, he's a hero, Liu Kang, though he may not know it yet. Because, of course, Raiden knows everything that's happened Mortal Kombat 1 to 7. The thing about
Does
these
he?
visions...
Because he didn't seem that fussed.
No, here's the thing to kind of flag about this, is that Raiden he doesn't know everything right now, but as you will see the moments when he gets his flashes, and as he gets bits of information, and he's able to almost string together what the future looks like from it. You'll see more as we go on. For example, Raiden doesn't know that Shinnok is going to... Well, actually he does, because he knows that he fought him. He doesn't know everything yet.
Raiden... It's a shame he sent that information back in time to the most useless person he could himself.
Yes, 100%. Raiden is the worst. So Johnny finds Sonya standing near the coast, calling into a contact back at HQ. I know, she says, but they have Jax. If I don't fight in this crazy tournament, they're going to kill him. So, again, Jax was in Mortal Kombat 2, now he's in Mortal Kombat 1. Need help? Johnny interrupts. I specialize in rescuing damsels in distress. Listen to me, Sonya rounds on him. I'm no mood to be hit on by some movie star. Look, baby, I can't let you run around this freak show without an escort. You enjoying Johnny Cage? You enjoying actually getting to hear Johnny Cage?
Less than I have before.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah. Favorite character, second favorite character, Jax, then Johnny.
He was a dweeb in the old games. Now he's just... Ew.
Yeah, he's great. I love Johnny Cage. He's so good.
No, he's not.
I think by the end of today, once we finish phase 2, I think you will change your mind.
Oh, I think so.
He has a great arc. Anyway, so he's like, I can't let you run around this freak show without an escort. Sonya roundhouse kicks him in the jaw. She's like, I'm not in need of an escort, and I'm sure as hell not your baby. Sonya marches on Cage and starts to pound him. He managed to block her attacks and knock her back, hitting her in the ladyballs. But seeing her on the ground, a wave of sincerity washes over him. Hey, look, I'm sorry about that. Sonya slaps his hand away. I don't need your help. Okay, I'll just leave you to your problems. Good idea. A thick Australian twang rings out.
Oh, no!
Kano marches right up to Johnny, grabs him by the shoulders, and throws him off the cliff. Yeah. Gullible bitch, Kano leers. Just had to point you in the right direction. Special Forces is on the way, Sonya spits. You won't get far. Oh, I got a knack for survival, but you, whether it's in the tournament or out of it, you're gonna die here.
You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys.
I can't do Australian, so you're getting Cockney.
I read a comment that he was originally Cockney, but everyone took it as Australian, so they very quickly changed it to Australian.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
Bang on the money,
That was actually a really good comment. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes, so he's like, you're going to die here. He's like, I'm going to get you, Sonya. And then that's when best boy Johnny Cage flips back onto the walkway. Look at him go.
What is that?
So he's holding onto the cliff, and quite literally he like pulls himself up so vigorously that he flies over the top. It's so
I'm so glad you screenshotted him like that.
good. Yeah.
For anyone that is not listened to the previous episodes, maybe go and do that. But Kano is an Australian arms dealer, thief, mercenary who is in a rivalry with this group of US. So Jax, Sonya.
That's it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll meet some more Special Forces people here. They're all quite cool. But yeah, for right now, it's just the two of them. And Sonya hates Kano.
And good old Stretch Armstrong in the background.
Yes, yeah, and Johnny's there. So, so Johnny's back. He flips over the walkway and he's like, fans think my movies are all wire work and special effects. He grins, dusting himself down. The truth is, I am the special effects. Cage and Kano duke it out. Kano shoots a laser beam from his eye, and Johnny deftly dodges it with the skills of a mega movie star. He flips over and cracks Kano in his Australian balls, knocking him to the ground.
Me clacker bag.
Reluctantly, as the dust settles, Sonya cocks her head at Johnny and lets him pull her to her feet. And she's like, thanks. She explains the deal with Kano, Black Dragon baddies, got a lot of her people killed, Jax is locked up on the island somewhere, we need to find him. She shakes Cage's hand and tells him to stay back while she investigates. Cage, for the first time, does as he's told. Chapter 2, Sonya. Sonya makes it into the tunnels underneath the fortress. Whether it's a prison or a torture chamber, she's not sure. It isn't long before she finds Jax. Run, girl, he gasps. Run! He wears gauntlets on his arms, but they're not yet his metal bionics. Shang Tsung approaches, flanked by guards. Miss Blade, you do not disappoint. I've been expecting you. Let him go, Sonya snarls. We're not part of your tournament. Oh, on the contrary, you are very much a contestant. You will face Sub-Zero of the Lin Kuei.
Contestant with a K.
It's spelled with a K.
Of course it is.
Right on cue, Bihan, aka Sub-Zero, whirls into the dungeon through a blizzard. It's quite cool. He almost like...
Does he make himself out of ice?
Yeah, from the ground up, it's almost like the ice forms up and it's like into a statue, and then he bursts out of the ice, so he's there.
He's still the best boy.
Yeah, it's so...
I hate Bihan.
Bihan sucks, but cool intro. Cool hello. So, yeah, Sub-Zero's here, Bihan. He whirls into the dungeon through a blizzard. The fight is tough. He clearly relishes the bloodshed and the violence, but Sonya digs deep into her special forces training, knocking him to the ground just as Raiden zaps in to see what all the fuss is about. This is going to become quite a common thread for Raiden. He will just start zapping into scenes at the end of them.
He's editing himself into home movies.
It's exactly what this is, yeah.
Quite sad.
Yeah. So Sonya stands over Sub-Zero, arms raised. She's like, stand in my way and I'll... Oh, Shang Tsung cackles. Is that a challenge?
With a K.
Where is the K? Who knows? Silent K.
Whoosh. Raiden's eyes roll into the back of his head as a vision hits him. Liu Kang flying through the air, kicking Shang Tsung in the face. This is the end of Mortal Kombat 1 he's seen when Liu Kang defeated Shang Tsung. No, he cries, looking at Sonya before steeling himself. You will not be the one to challenge Shang Tsung, Sonya Blade. He lowers his voice as he approaches her, electricity crackling in his eyes.
Is that he's going to change nothing because he's been given visions of what already happened. He's like, it needs to happen like that.
No, you'll figure out that.
We can't change anything. We need to end the world again.
That would be stupid. He's going to find out that he's...
I mean, that is currently what he's doing. He's like, nothing can be changed, even though I'm here to change things. But he also doesn't really understand that he doesn't see Armageddon yet. He doesn't know that he's had this message from his past self. All he knows is, whoa, weird visions. And all I know now is that I've got the words, he must win, imprinted into my brain. So all he thinks is like...
Sonya, you are not a he. You can't win.
Pretty much.
Sexist.
You gotta take the dive, Sonya.
So he lowers his voice as he approaches her, and electricity kind of crackle at his fingertips, and he goes, shield your eyes. With a flash, lightning rockets into the dungeon, blinding Shang Tsung and his guards. Sonya seizes her chance, turns to the cell where Jax was being held, blasts it open with a gauntlet strapped to her wrist, and grabs him, escaping down the tunnel. You aided in their escape, Shang Tsung muses. And you allowed them to escape, Raiden frowns. They won't get far. Sonya and Jax make it outside, but as she calls in an evac chopper, she's interrupted by Kitana and Jade. You'll remember that at this point, they are working for Shao Kahn, so technically still on Shang Tsung's team. Sonya cracks her knuckles and shatters some bones.
So I go back.
Yeah, sure.
Is that a statue of Baraka?
It is, yes, a Tarkatan statue, yeah. We've got Goro. There's statues of old Mortal Kombat champions from throughout the years. You know, Goro was the main one, but there have been other champions. Sonya cracks her knuckles, shatters some bones, kicks their ass. They don't really say much. They're just like, stop, and she beats them up. And just as Kitana loses consciousness, we see the chopper overhead. Boom. Shang Tsung launches a fireball at it, and it explodes, hurtling into the cold water
We
of
have
the
enough
ocean.
combatants with a K. We need no more.
And then he kind of goes like, yes, looks like you have a challenger, Kano. And the sorcerer's smile is small compared to Kano's hungry grin as he steps out from behind him. Pretty boy ain't gonna save you this time. Kano looks different here, just a flag. I really like this Kano design, but in the originals he was
Shaved head, yeah.
He didn't have a beard either. All this was later. Yeah,
We
yeah.
thought he looked like a bit like Statham on the poster.
He did. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Vin Diesel, Statham. Yeah. Worth noting. Kind of important.
I hope that they know that 50 years ago when they last tried this Mortal Kombat, the USA didn't have the military budget of like 50 countries' GDP. Do not piss off the US, okay?
So Kano's like, pretty boy ain't gonna save you this time. He doesn't need to. Sonya flips into a handstand, wraps her legs around Kano's neck, and slams him into the ground, concussing him. She goes to arrest him, bringing him back to the mainland, but Shang Tsung stops her. Kano is not your prisoner. While biding the terms of Mortal Kombat, he is a free man. Sonya glares as Tsung and Kano leave. At least help Jax, he needs a medic. There's no need. Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, and Raiden blast into the scene, and Raiden leads down, drawing on his power to heal Jax.
Oh.
Yeah, all good. You are all connected to Earthrealm's fate, the Thunder God announces to his small band. I have foreseen events, like memories of my future. In those visions, Shao Kahn becomes invincible. He destroys all life in Earthrealm. We will all die. So he knows Armageddon's coming. He knows now he needs to stop Armageddon. He discusses the flow of time. Disrupting it can have serious consequences. He eyes Liu Kang. For now, the tournament must run its course. So that's why he's not changing anything. He's like, can have serious consequences if we disrupt the flow of time. Isn't your whole shtick that we need to change stuff? Who knows? But he's like, we can't change too much. I need to figure out what specific thing I need to change.
You can do a little meddling with the timeline, just as a treat.
Just a little bit for yourself.
Well, the little bit of meddling as a treat was giving Kano hair.
Yeah.
He went, I hate.
It's the Doctor Who thing. We can never change anything. Maybe just a little bit.
Just for fun.
Mavity, isn't it? Yeah. I love that they've kept that.
I love that has not died.
I love that. You know, I don't love season 2 of Shooty was the season finale of Shooty was second season.
I thought you were going to say season 2. I'm like, season 2 is great until that.
No spoilers. Yeah, because Neil hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And the listeners might not have seen it yet. But yeah, what a way to finish that season. Part 3, Scorpion. The next day, the tournament continues. Scorpion, Spectre of the Netherrealm, resurrected by the sorcerer Quan Chi, stands awaiting his combatant.
He's got his monk fan.
We can still love Scorpion. Scorpion has remained a color swap. He gets to stay in respect.
He's got his fans behind him. Look.
These are Shang Tsung's monks, and they are like zealots for Shang Tsung. They religiously worship Shang Tsung. We never hear from them, but that we learn about that's like, and Shang Tsung's actually quite fond of them. Like legitimately, he doesn't see them as tools to be used.
They're his boys.
They're his boys. Yeah,
God,
yeah.
Put him back in fucking robes. That's just Kratos. That's just Kratos.
Quan Chi, yeah.
Yeah, Quan Chi Kratos.
You're making me say Quan Chi wrong now because you keep calling him Quan Chi, and I don't like it. Quan Chi, two words.
Quan Chi.
Stop it. Okay, so Scorpion's on a rampage, classic Scorpion stuff. He's like, where is the Lin Kuei Sub-Zero? He killed my family and clan, in case you forgot. I will have his head. As he rants, Raiden glances at a masked guard, and his eyes flash with a memory. We don't see what the memory is. He moves through the crowd.
It's the entirety of Mortal Kombat story is Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
He goes, great game. Great game.
There's something up about this masked guard. He moves through the crowd and sidles up to the guard. And he's like, I know that is you, Kung Lao. Do you remember who Kung Lao is?
Yeah.
I remember the name.
Liu Kang's best friend, Razor Hat.
Descendant of the original Kung Lao.
Yeah, of the great Kung Lao. Yeah. So he's here undercover for some reason. Also, Chase, do you recognize these masks? You pointed this out when we covered Mortal Kombat 1 or 2.
Did I?
Yeah, you said that they look like furries.
I did think that earlier. I just didn't make a comment.
So these background guards from like a couple of stages, they're now like actual NPCs walking around. It's great.
And they're still furries.
Kung Lao is here undercover because the Shaolin monks chose Liu Kang to be the champion, and Kung Lao's got a bit of a bee in his bonnet about that. You can only have one champion to represent. So he's raging. The guard sighs.
No, he's Raiden.
So Kung Lao sighs under the mask, and he's like, I am Liu Kang's equal. I deserve to be here. That remains to be seen. Kung Lao looks at Raiden for a beat before ripping off his mask and stepping into the arena to face Scorpion. He just kind of pushes his way in. He's like, fine, you know what? Let me prove this to you. Never mind the Lin Kuei, he barks at the ninja. He draws a finger over his razor-tipped hat. You will face a Shaolin.
It's so dumb. Love him.
Scorpion seethes at him and jabs a finger. You're not yet a warrior. You will regret your impulsiveness. Kung Lao does regret his impulsiveness. Scorpion, yeah, it's brutal, right? Good ending. Scorpion, yeah, no deaths yet, unfortunately. We'll get there, though. Scorpion, oh yeah, deaths matter in Phase 2. Just a wee heads up, like, they really do start to matter now. So start to think about that with the fatalities. Scorpion whips out his chain, screams, get over here, before reeling Kung Lao in for a swift kick to the jaw. The monk hits the deck as Liu Kang runs to his aid, and Raiden stands over him. And he's like, I told you, you aren't ready. And he wags his finger at him.
Helpful, thank you, Raiden, as ever.
Yeah, Kung Lao's like bleeding on the ground, like, and Raiden's like, I told you, wagging his finger. I demand Sub-Zero, Scorpion roars, and flash. Raiden gets another vision. He sees the moment when Scorpion ripped off Bi-Han's head and his eventual transformation to the incredibly mysterious and not at all silly, who?
Noob Saibot.
Noob Saibot, yes. You'll demand nothing, a voice calls from the crowd, back to the present. It's Nightwolf, who was also here too.
Fighting for who? I thought they had set numbers.
He's Raiden's friend. He's an old friend of Raiden's, so it's like, yeah. He's in the mood for a fight, so he steps forward. Scorpion beats him too and turns on Shang Tsung as he claps happily from his throne.
Yay! Unscheduled combat.
He's
That
like,
guy loves a Mortal Kombat.
He loves the Mortal Kombat. So yeah, and Scorpion like starting on Shang Tsung now, and he's like, "You waste my time, sorcerer. Where is Sub-Zero?" And Shang Tsung's like, "You'll face him soon enough." And he says that I've written here with an icy glare. I think I was doing a Sub-Zero pun.
If these games had taken place 20 years later, it's just occurred to me, Shang Tsung definitely would have been on the Rogan podcast talking about Mortal Kombat. So you only run this every 50 years? Wouldn't he?
Raiden steps forward and tries to talk Scorpion out of his revengeful crusade, but Scorpion doesn't listen, and he's like, Sub-Zero deserves death! And Raiden's like, okay, defeat him if you must, but do not kill him. I fear his death will give rise to a more treacherous foe. I will have my revenge! Spare his life, and I will ask the Elder Gods to return your clan, the Shirai Ryu, to the mortal realm.
So you don't want to change too much. You've already changed like the creation of a character in a later game who they presumably wanted to write out because he's too silly, and bringing back an entire people from the dead?
An entire clan. Do you remember, though, that this happened in Phase 1? The Elder Gods brought back the Shirai Ryu, remember? And what happened to the Shirai Ryu? Do you remember how they brought them back?
No.
Zombies. They brought them back as zombies.
Brilliant.
Remember Scorpion's vengeful mission changed from kill Sub-Zero to kill the Elder Gods.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, because they reneged on their promise. And they did a genie thing, basically. There's like, here's your wish, dickhead.
Should have been clear with the T's and C's.
So Scorpion's hand stops shaking for a second as he understands, like, oh my god, my clan could come back. And he takes in Raiden. He says nothing, but he does consider the offer. Later that day, he retreats to the main hall where we see Cyrax and Sector, not yet cyberized, discussing Lin Kuei politics. So again, remember, they're all part of Sub-Zero's team.
And Sector's the tragic one, right?
Sector's the bad one. Cyrax is the tragic one. Yeah, Sector's son of the Grandmaster. He's all about the cyber stuff. It just hasn't started yet. I understand the benefits, Cyrax is hushing the yellow ninja, but the Grandmaster's plan goes against Lin Kuei principles. It means giving up our free will, our souls. So clearly there's already been rumblings about the cyber initiative. Scorpion marches right up to Cyrax and eyeballs him. The room grows tense as Cyrax squints. Your clan is dead. You'll soon join them, he says. Scorpion closes the gap nose to nose with Cyrax. My clan may walk the earth once more.
Oh god, that's awful.
It's like these two kind of, I know he starts this, but these two kind of bully him. They're like, oh, dead family, you know.
Even if I've got a full and healthy clan, I am not throwing shade at a guy who rips his own face off. It's just not happening.
So, because Scorpion's too close, Cyrax shoves him. Old rivalries bubble over to the backdrop of the tournament. Unfortunately, Shang Tsung pops up like a fucking mole and is like, another challenge! So,
You heard it, right? He heard it.
he heard it, they were going to do it, they're going to do it. So, yeah, quite literally,
And
this
Quan
is it.
Chi's here too.
Yeah, Quan Chi is also here. Just because Scorpion's here, Quan Chi's constantly lurking wherever Scorpion is.
I love that his eyeshadow gets higher and higher in every scene he's in.
Yeah.
It's like smoke rising from his eyes.
I actually quite like it. I think it's supposed to be, with the smoke rising from his eyes. Remember, he's part of the Brotherhood of Shadow, the Dark Brotherhood. It kind of looks like Shinnok's horns is kind of how I read it. Again, it's all connected and they're zealots.
I like it when they were live action.
I miss when they were live action.
of course you
One
do.
time.
He was so good. Quan Chi was so good.
So anyway, Scorpion decimates the Lin Kuei boys, Cyrax sector, on the floor. But as their bodies are dragged off, Sub-Zero picks the perfect time to enter. I will have my revenge against Sub-Zero, Scorpion announces to the room.
Does he enter again as an ice statue?
No, he's got quite a cool reveal though. I will have my revenge against Sub-Zero, Scorpion announces to the room, but I will not kill him!
What?
Will not or cannot, Sub-Zero growls, approaching.
I mean, sure, but also why will not?
Is it the whole scene that just happened with Raiden, where he told him not to?
If he doesn't kill Sub-Zero, he gets his clan back. That's the deal that, or at least Raiden will try to get his clan back. He'll speak to the Elder Gods for him. So he's like, fine, I want my clan back.
That's quite a big moment. He's choosing, he's putting aside vengeance, kind of.
So Sub-Zero walks in, he's like, the Shirai Ryu are dead. You will suffer as they did. To hell with your clan. Scorpion twitches. No, he says, glancing to Raiden and considering the offer before turning his gaze back to Sub-Zero's icy one. To hell with you! In a burst of fire, he grabs Sub-Zero and transports them to the Netherrealm. So literally, to hell with you. The two warriors dance among lava and groaning demons.
Aw, they're having a little dance.
Yeah. Zero's ice powers keep him protected from the heat, but Scorpion brings a different kind, the Hellfire. He embeds his spear in his enemy's side and knocks him down, defeating him. A beat as Scorpion considers his next move. And then with a wisp of green magic, Quan Chi arrives. This is your retribution, he scowls. Kill him. Scorpion hesitates. I will not. He has been beaten. Have you forgotten what he did? Quan Chi conjures a vision, glimpses into the butchering of the Shirai Ryu. Your clan, your family. We see Scorpion's wife and child. A gush of blood, the cutting of petals. That wasn't me, Sub-Zero cries out. But Scorpion doesn't listen. Do you remember who actually killed the clan?
Was it not Thingme? Was it not Quan Chi?
Yeah, it was Quan Chi. Yeah, he cast illusions and stuff to convince Scorpion that Sub-Zero killed his family. Yeah. That wasn't me, Sub-Zero cries out, but Scorpion doesn't listen. He rips off his mask, revealing the skull underneath, eyes dancing with fire. But we cut to black.
I like if you could go back to. Look at that subtle foreshadowing in the background. This massive looming skull.
Yeah.
They knew.
It's the Netherrealm, and it skulls for days. So, we cut to black. Did he kill him? Ooh, let's find out.
Ooh.
Back in the main hall, the crowd waits eagerly for the warriors' return.
Oh yeah, not a great fight actually when they disappear to the Netherrealm.
Yeah.
They're all just separated into groups and they're talking amongst themselves.
Jack Suck's still on the throne like, guys, they'll be back in a minute, I promise.
But she's bestie with Johnny now.
Oh, yes.
And also Jax finally showed up.
Yeah, Jax is now part of the team after Raiden healed him. He's also here now on the good guy team. So, a burst of flames reveals Scorpion. A beat. He's holding the decapitated skull of Sub-Zero in his hand. He stares ashamedly at the floor, drops it, and it shatters into dust. With a pained roar, he returns to the Netherrealm.
Fatality.
The first of the new era.
Yeah, Sub-Zero dead. History has repeated itself. Despite all my efforts, Raiden says, my vision came to pass. Scorpion will pay for this, Cyrax mutters, staring at the pile of bones that were once Sub-Zero. Raiden shakes his head. Sub-Zero's fate was his own doing. The Lin Kuei have a history of ruinous choices. And then he looks at Cyrax knowingly and he says, like the Cyber Initiative. Cyrax takes Raiden in and there's a beat. Turning us into glorified robots. It goes against our instincts, our intuition. But my loyalty is to my Grandmaster. The path your Grandmaster has set you on leads to the end of the Lin Kuei, Raiden calls after him, but Cyrax storms out. Chapter 4, Cyrax.
I guess that was all his efforts in this case as well, which generally seems to mean try once.
Yeah.
He had one conversation with Scorpion. He couldn't have gone down and revealed the treachery or the illusion nah.
Yeah.
All my efforts.
All my efforts. One effort. Chapter 4, Cyrax. Cyrax steps outside and he's immediately flanked by Baraka and Shiva. So Baraka's the Tarkatan, Shiva is the Shokin, the Lady Shokin. What is this? He squints. I'm not assigned to fight you. I'm supposed to face Johnny Cage.
Nerd.
Yeah, legit. Which implies that there is like an order list up somewhere. We never see it, but like a bit of parchment like nailed to the door or something.
I'm pretty sure that maybe one of these fights so far has been an official fight, and the rest have just been like them going and then Shao Kahn going, ooh, a combat with a K.
100%, yeah.
These all count.
So, he's like, leave me alone. I'm not meant to fight you guys. And Baraka and Shiva grin menacingly, telling him that his clan's contract with Shang Tsung has officially been terminated. Cyrax beats them back, and the next day he confronts Shang Tsung. You were caught conspiring with the Thunder God, Shang Tsung says. Your indiscretion has jeopardized my plan. He decides that Cyrax will prove himself. Let's see if he can complete his contract. Next challenge, Cyrax versus Johnny Cage. This is brutal. Cyrax destroys Johnny, eventually picking him up by the throat and preparing to execute his contract to kill the movie star. Before he can strike the final blow, he catches Raiden's eye. Raiden kind of does like a tiny little like shaking of the head. He's like,
all your efforts again, I see.
Don't do it. Cyrax takes a beat and says, I won't kill him. And he throws Johnny to the ground, storming off and pursued by Sector. You were ordered to kill Johnny Cage, Sector barks. This is why we need the Cyber Initiative. It will eliminate insubordination like this. We're not machines, Sector. Tell the Grandmaster I'm finished.
God, the name Sector already sounds like he was meant to become a robot.
I mean, yeah. Remember when he was introduced, he was already a cyber ninja. Same with Cyrax. Like, it's, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of thought when we meet them before, his name would have been Simon or something, and he's
yeah, it's what do you call it? It's nominative determinative. Yeah, same with smoke. As we'll see. So, yes, Sector's like, the Cyber Initiative, we need to become cyber ninjas. And Cyrax's like, no! And Sector goes to attack, but Cyrax sweeps his leg, crunching his ankle into concrete and smashing his head off the paving stones. Chapter 5, Liu Kang. I tell you, it's just fucking ramping along. Later that day, the combatants assemble in Shang Tsung's throne room. His guards bring in a robed figure, Ermac. Do you remember Ermac from the old days?
Roughly.
He is many warriors, the sorcerer beams. A creation devised by Shao Kahn. Their souls fused into one being. So he's many souls in one ninja.
Right, was he the one that when we first saw him, he was rainbow? There was a rainbow.
It's Chameleon. Chameleon's the rainbow one.
You're right.
Yeah. Chameleon, not in these games. I'm sorry to tell you.
I can't say, honestly, that I'm an expert on souls. I can't imagine having a ton of them in your head is good for fighting. Just personally. I can't imagine.
Yeah, all arguing with each other. Sweep the leg. No, uppercut. So even Raiden is shocked by Ermac. Green ghouls wisp around his body, a showcase of his awesome power. Be wary of him, Liu Kang. He's unlike anything you've faced before. Thankfully, Ermac is no match for a bicycle kick to the face. So Liu Kang brings him crashing down, much to the dismay of Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung's literally like, he was like my big warrior.
I spent 50 years on
making this thing, yeah. Shang Tsung pulls Kitana close, and he's like, he's a greater threat than anticipated. Ensure he does not reach the final round of the tournament. On the south side of the island, Liu Kang trains with Raiden. Your visions, he asks. What's causing them? I believe my future self sent them to me, perhaps to ensure some outcome. Or to prevent one, Liu Kang mutters, looking out at the ocean. Flash. Raiden finally gets the most important message. His future's dying words. He must win. Sorry, there you go. Now he has he must win embedded into his head. He shares the knowledge with Liu Kang. I believe the message is about you. If I'm right, if we choose wisely, the future will be secured and the cracks of my amulet will heal.
Why would he assume that? Because everything he's learned so far is that there's something he needs to change. And he sees the definitive moment of Liu Kang winning and then Armageddon happening. What's wrong with him?
He must mean Liu Kang. Any theories as to who the he might be yet?
His incompetence from the future, his incompetence from the future has been sent back and he's now coming up against the incompetence of his past.
Has Raiden ever made a good choice in this entire series?
I can't think of one right now.
No.
I'm sure there are a couple.
I'll never understand why he is
No, he did. He made Fujin the Earth's representative for the Elder Gods. Remember when he did that? Because he stopped being Earth's representative because then he became an Elder God.
Evil.
No, that's not because he went evil. That's because he became an Elder God. He got upgraded. But then remember, he came back down and demoted Fujin so he could become Earthrealm's protector again. So, no, I can't think of a moment. Look, he healed Jax, okay? Yeah. Jax was sore, he healed him.
He was sore. Sore tummy, sore head.
Jax is the best character, so therefore anything that helps Jax is a good thing. Liu Kang gives Raiden a warm smile, and he's like, fine, I trust you, Lord Raiden. Trust in the Elder Gods, Liu Kang. Don't do that. And with that, Raiden leaves. Just in time because Kitana rushes headlong in and attacks Liu Kang. She throws careful, precise punches, but Liu blocks each one. As the pair spar, it evolves from a fight into a dance. You're good, he says, and for the first time we see a twinkle of humor on Liu's serious face. Show me more. Kitana shoves him back, pulling out her razor fans and thrashing at him. Liu beats her back and she hits the deck. Do it, she curses. Kill me. Why would I do that?
No, you can't do that. Shao Kang's not here to say it's a combat.
Yes, shoot Shang Tsung.
Oh, you're right. Shit.
Don't worry, Shao Kahn not in this, so it's fine.
He ended the world. He's had his time. We don't need any more of him.
So do it, she curses. Kill me. Why would I do that? I came to kill you. My father, the Emperor. Shao Kahn is your father? And I have disgraced him, so kill me, because she lost. No, Liu Kang offers her his hand. This encounter never took place, he grins. You've disgraced nobody. He begins to leave her before turning back. I hope we meet again, under different circumstances. Aww. Yeah, the beginnings of a proper romance there.
He's grown on me there.
He's look, full disclosure, Liu Kang gets good. But in this game, he is just what you imagine Liu Kang to be. He's the chosen one, he's the nice guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Night falls. Liu Kang is the last Earthrealm warrior standing. Liu Kang, your challenge will be Scorpion. Liu Kang grins. He's studied Scorpion's moves. He knows the demon well. And fighting with Scorpion will be the sorcerer Quan Chi.
You do that?
2-on-1 is hardly a fair fight, but Liu Kang is like, fine, and he dismantles the pair quickly. Yeah. Scorpion goes down first, lost in a haze and unsure of what his purpose is now that Sub-Zero is dead.
Oh, my purpose!
No purpose. Quan Chi is a fierce sorcerer, but against the might of the Chosen One, he's nothing. You've done well. Raiden gives a small smile, but there is now one final challenge. Goro, Liu Kang states somberly. He knows the stories. He's been raised on them. What's a Goro? Johnny Cage hisses at Sonya. Sonya opens her mouth to answer and then just shrugs. She doesn't know either. You've done well, Liu Kang, Shang Tsung announces, sucking his teeth. But the reigning champion is far beyond your ability.
Sucking his teeth?
Yeah, he's like annoyed that he's winning. He's like, you've done well, Liu Kang.
Horrid.
Yeah. But the reigning champion is far beyond your ability. To the lair with you. A portal opens up beneath our hero, and he falls into Goro's pit. I'm trying to find new voices, but they all sound like this, sorry. I did not expect to fight in this tournament, a growl says from the darkness.
That voice does not match him. I think you need to actually give him a really high squeaky voice.
Yeah.
I did not expect to fight in this tournament.
You've ruined Goro. Goro steps into the light, his massive form casting long shadows. But eventually, even the Shaolin will produce a worthy warrior. I will give you a fitting death. He picks Liu Kang up with one of his massive fists and tries to tear him in half. But Liu summons a fireball and blows the beast back. He crumples to the floor. And we clasp our hands together, bowing in respect. Back to the portal we go, arriving in the throne room. The goodies breathe a sigh of relief. The baddies. I've got parent on the brain. The goodies breathe a sigh of relief. The baddies mumble and curse. Liu Kang and Shang Tsung circle each other. The final round is here. Face me then, Liu shouts. In Mortal Kombat. Shang Tsung casts illusions, copies of himself, younger versions. He rains down on us, but defeat It's in the stars. Liu orders him to say it, and in a whisper, Shang Tsung bows his head. I concede. Everyone hugs. It's a happy day, and the baddies
Yay.
retreat to Outworld.
The game's over.
But not before Kitana gives Liu Kang a little look. Is something brewing? Ooh. Raiden checks the amulet. Not a single crack has healed.
So we're on it to MK2.
We're now on to MK2. I'm
Are
going to
we
tell you
literally
now.
just about to do the entirety of 1 through 8 again?
No, we're about to do, I'll just tell you this. We're about to do 1, 2, and 3 as one game. And it's quite beautiful the way they do this. I really like 9. It might be my favorite. I think 10 just tops it. I love 9. The fighting feels great. This is a really fun game. And I actually think that the way they do the retcons and the messing around with time stuff, look, it's messy as hell, but Mortal Kombat's lore is nonsense. But they treat 1, 2, and 3 as one big story, and it's really good. Chapter 6, Jax. Or Mortal Kombat 2. You failed me, Shao Kahn roars in his throne room. Shang Tsung is on his knees, battered and bruised. Curse the Elder Gods and their tournament. I should have taken Earthrealm by force. His guards grab Shang Tsung. You can't do that.
I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
Or can you? His guards grab Shang Tsung and Kitana raises her fan in the air, ready to decapitate the sorcerer. But he calls out his Hail Mary. What if the rules were changed? A few days later, at the Shaolin temples, a ceremony is held in Liu Kang's honor to celebrate his big victory.
Remind me, sorry, going back one second. Remind me why Shang, the host of the Mortal Kombats?
He just loves it.
Just loves it.
Just loves it.
Okay.
Shao Kahn just wants to take over Earthrealm. Shang Tsung loves Mortal Kombat, and he's like, well, you have to do a Mortal Kombat. That's pretty much it, yeah. He works for Shao Kahn, and it's just his lieutenant.
He's got the island, you know? He's got that sweet fighting island.
It's his job, basically, is what it boils down to. It's a job that he loves. A few days later, the Shaolin Temples were doing a ceremony for Liu Kang. As night falls, Raiden grabs some fresh air and stands next to Jax, who's puffing on a cigar. I don't understand why the amulet didn't heal, Raiden mutters. He must win. And Liu Kang did.
Are you not changing time by talking to me about this right now?
Jax, in the future, you're going to have metal arms, buddy. An uninvited guest approaches. Shang Tsung looking revitalized.
Ah, yeah. Soul magic.
I didn't realize the Emperor rewarded failure, Shang Tsung, Raiden grimaces.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah. I come bearing an offer, Raiden. A new tournament, the sorcerer grins. A single tournament to replace the system of 10, held in Outworld. If Earthrealm does not win, Outworld will absorb it. But if Earthrealm does win, Shao Kahn will abandon his claim to it forever. Raiden tells Shang Tsung that it's a stupid offer for stupid babies and tells him to get lost.
I mean, it is. Like, we'll keep doing the 500-year thing. That gives us so much time.
It definitely feels like, we're lazy. We're doing...
Double or nothing, please.
So Shang Tsung responds by opening a portal. A horde of Tarkatans burst through, their bone swords flailing wildly. Jax is knocked to the ground. A Tarkatan foot stamps on his head, and everything goes black. When he comes to, the gang is rallied around him with some bad news. Shang Tsung has taken Sonya, and Raiden has had another vision. Liu Kang winning the next tournament.
So it needs to happen.
So many hints.
The decision is made to agree to Shao Kahn's terms, to save Sonya, and also he's thinking, well, you know what, this clearly happens in the old timeline, and we win anyway, so it's going to be fine.
Crucially, this A, wasn't an invasion, and B, blackmail and coercion don't count when trying to change or break the rules.
Like, does this not count as an invasion? A huge portal opening with an army of Tarkatan breaking through? I think the idea is because they're not here to take over, they're just here to...
And they kept it to under 30 guys. That's the rule.
So yeah. Cool, right, so Mortal Kombat 2 time. Oh yeah, and we're still focused on healing the amulet as well, and Raiden thinks we need to just kind of follow the time, yeah. So Raiden, Jax, and Johnny Cage enter Shao Kahn's palace, Mortal Kombat 2 time. Cage's mouth slides open as he looks at Kahn on his throne. So that wrestler guy with a cow mask, he's Emperor? Jax ignores him and pushes on. You get the sense that Johnny's been like this the whole trip over. Where's Sonya? She better not have a scratch on her, Jax says. Ah, Shang Tsung clasps his hands together. The Earthrealm delegation is here, and look! He points at Jax, storming toward him.
Why is he so young now?
It's purely like a case of his soul magic. He's drained a bunch of souls and
It
now he
happened
looks
in the
young.
old games too.
Yeah.
Or did it?
Yeah,
he was
Mortal
only
Kombat 2, he got
old-
sexy.
He was only old that one time.
He got sexy. Neil thirsted over him. Look, did you guys not re-listen to those episodes? Because I did.
I did, yeah. It was the abs specifically. It was. I didn't say I thirsted over him. I just said he got fit. He's not my jam.
So Jack starts to kind of march on to
But
Shang
is he
Tsung.
your jelly?
Ugh. Jack starts to march over to Shang Tsung. He's planning to like grab him and be like, "Where's Sonya?" And Shang Tsung's like, "The Earthrealm delegation's here, and look!" And Jax is storming toward him. He points out and he goes, "We already have a volunteer for first combat." The tournament just begins. Jax's first foe is Baraka. Baraka steps out of the crowd and attacks him before he can get to Shang Tsung. And Jax is like, "Damn, you're ugly!" Grabbing Baraka by the head, he crushes his skull. Not a fatality. During the fight, Shang Tsung is suspiciously drawn away. Some urgent matter he needs to attend to. Jax goes to follow, but Raiden stops him. He's had another vision. Sonya Blade is to be executed. The hunt begins. So, what's the deal with you and Sonya anyway? Johnny asks. She's smoking hot. It's not like that, Jax mutters. I'm her CO. Okay, so it's not like that, and that means you won't mind if You're going to want to stop talking right now. Johnny does not stop talking, so Jax kicks his ass. And as Jax, we beat up Johnny Cage. The hunt leads our trio into Shao Kahn's sewer. Turns out that Sonya tried to escape, and Shiva's men had just recaptured her minutes before. Great timing, because Jack barrels through the guards, knocking them into a pool of acid. I guess Shao Kahn's pee is acid, and rams into Shiva. She's the Emperor's property, human, Shiva scorns. She's nobody's property, Jack snarls, and bodies Shiva to the ground. As he unties Sonya, she smirks at him. You sure have a way with women. You know me, I'm a class act. What took you so long? He was busy hitting me in the face, Johnny says.
I love how he does have like bruises on his face.
You are going to see, for some reason, this game loves and hates Johnny Cage. Johnny gets more and more beat up as the game goes on. Every other character seems to walk away with minor scripts and it's just, he's constantly bruised from this point on. It's great. Chapter 7, Smoke. Kwai Liang, the new Sub-Zero, and Tomas Verbada, aka Smoke, stand on the outskirts of Shao Kahn's fortress. Bodies lie all around them. Assuming your brother's identity certainly drew attention. Not all of it welcome, Smoke says. Kwai cocks his head at him. Assuming Bihan's identity is the way to honor him. His fists shake and ice starts to coat them. Smoke lays a hand on his arm. We will find out what happened. We get a hold of Shang Tsung, and he will tell us what he knows. So they're just there to investigate his brother's death. Okay. The pair decide to split up and hunt for Shang Tsung, parting with the Lin Kuei mantra, be stealthful as the night and deadly as the dawn. Classic Mortal Kombat, minutes after Sub-Zero leaves, Kitana appears and attacks Smoke. The Emperor was right, Kitana laughs. The Lin Kuei do walk uninvited into our realm. So again, we are in Outworld. Wise though your Emperor may be, he was foolish to send his housemaids, Smoke barks. Kitana bristles. Kitana bristles, but she's unfortunately no match for Smoke, who blinds her with his bombs and drops her before moving on. His investigation brings him to Kano. This is a lot of padding, this bit.
His sexism in his own mind validated.
Kano is in the middle of a goddamn arms deal with Shang Tsung. This is the urgent business that the sorcerer got called away to.
Vibing with his rocket launcher.
Yeah. Well done, the sorcerer says. You may tell your fellow Black Dragon that I'm interested in the merchandise.
These will do great in the Mortal Kombats with a K.
He picks up a rocket launcher and fires it at a tree, smirking to himself.
Hey, the word rocket has a K in it.
Just want to remind you that this man can throw fireballs.
Yeah.
But
that's not a rocket.
Yeah, good point.
It's aesthetic.
The idea literally is, I think, like arm the Tarkatans with automatic weapons. But yes, Smoke goes to confront the two of them to find out what Shang Tsung knows about the old Sub-Zero, but he's interrupted. Sector decloaks in front of him, jabbing him in the throat.
Looks good.
Why does his mask look so familiar?
Yeah, he's cyber now. He's gone full cyborg.
There's a little bit of the gladiator mask to it. There's a little bit of MF Doom, which was the same mask.
I just see Predator personally. But
there's the kind of hair stuff.
Oh, yeah. Was this what he looked like in the last games?
It's close. It's pretty close to what they looked like in the last game. Yeah, they had big like metal dreadlocks almost.
I remember that. Yeah.
So Sector decloaks, jabbing Smoke in the throat. Shang Tsung and Kano portal off with their weapons. Smoke reels and sets in for a fight. You have disobeyed the directive to remain at the Lin Kuei Temple, Sector says. Since the first tournament, he's gone full cyborg. You will return at once for your transformation. He reaches out to grapple Smoke, but Smoke drops a smoke bomb and uses the smoke to escape. Smoke.
I can't understand the want to go like going part cyborg. Cool. At this point, why not just build robots?
Well, because you want to be strong. It's not about your robots.
Okay, but that's
you
not
want
you
to be
anymore.
strong.
That's not you anymore. That's just a robot.
Yeah,
why not
but-
just build robots?
That's the tragedy. They don't realize that.
Yeah, they're idiots.
what
Like,
you're saying
if you were a cyborg and it was still you, cool, great, but you're just a robot now.
And listen, our man talks a big game, but he didn't want the smoke.
Thank you. Smoke doesn't get far. More cyber ninjas phase in, grabbing him, preparing to teleport back to the clan's base. Thankfully, Raiden and Johnny Cage zap in while looking for clues, and cyborgs are weak to electricity, so Raiden fries them up, recruiting Smoke to the gang. Nice work, Ray Dude, says Johnny Cage.
Yes.
Raiden, Ray Dude. Chapter 8, Sub-Zero. Kuai Liang is having cyborg problems of his own. In the bowels of the castle, near the Well of Souls, he's ambushed by Cyrax. You're ordered to return to the Lin Kuei Temple for assimilation. Cyrax? I am Lin Kuei Unit LK4D4. You will come with me. I'm sorry for what they did to you, Sub-Zero sighs, but I will not comply. I'll face the Lin Kuei once my task is complete. He beats Cyrax back just as Sonya Blade and Jax phase in. Sub-Zero, you're dead. Kuai Liang explains the whole gist, brother wearing the outfit in his memory, yada yada yada. Sonya and Jax fill in the full picture.
better anyway.
He does.
He does. He's awesome. I love Kuai Liang. He's so cool. Sonya and Jax fill in the full picture for him. His brother was killed by a man called Scorpion. Sonya heard whispers that he was in this year's tournament. The trio start to leave, but the Wisping Green Souls rush them. You have disturbed our regeneration,
Oh, it's...
Ermac says.
Ah.
Jax tries to hold him off, but Ermac holds him in place with telekinesis. He stretches out the CO's arms. Jax's body rumbles and vibrates. His bones start to shatter and break under the flesh. He screams, and Ermac rips his arms from his body.
Oh, so much blood fountain.
Yeah. As Sub-Zero fends off Ermac, Sonya drops and uses her lasers to cauterize the wounds. And she's got these gauntlets. Jax's screams echo around the chamber. When all is calm, Sub-Zero tells Sonya of the portal that will take her home on the other side of the island. She lugs Jax on her back to start her search for the portal, and Sub-Zero heads topside. Next stop, the Colosseum. Up top, the preliminary stages of the tournament are in motion. Kitana beats back a nameless goon, raises her fan above her head, preparing to finish him, and hesitates. The words of Liu Kang ringing in her ear. Kill him, Shao Kahn roars at her, but he's sick of waiting and finishes the job himself. Literally, it is like a 2-second hesitation too. He's like, kill him, and she goes, and he goes, Rup! Yeah, that guy gets a fatality. We don't know his name.
And we never will.
And we never will. So this is meat. Let's say that's meat, right? The man that will become meat.
And now he's ground meat.
Oh. Sub-Zero steps forward and jabs a finger at Shao Kahn, and he's like, I will face Scorpion. Bring him before me. Shang Tsung slithers into shot. Nobody makes demands of the Emperor. You will fight Reptile. Sub-Zero...
Bitch, I'm the announcer. I'm the organizer.
It's just my Mortal Kombat. Sub-Zero dispatches him without a second thought and turns back to Shao Kahn. The fight is very quick. Your followers hold you in high esteem, Warlord. They fight and die for your amusement. My brother participated in this folly, and I will only do so to face his killer. Shao Kahn grins. And you shall. He nods to Quan Chi, who summons Scorpion. What is this? Scorpion hisses. You are not Sub-Zero. I am his family and clan. I fight for his honor. He had no honor, Scorpion spits. And you will die as he did. Get over here. Scorpion lashes out, wrapping his chain around Sub-Zero, but the Ice Warrior freezes the metal and shatters it. He leaps high in the air, coming down with a hard crunch and knocking Scorpion to the ground. For my brother, he snarls. But goddammit, the Lin Kuei cyborgs are back. They hold Sub-Zero in place as Cyrax and Sector phase in, approaching the Emperor's throne.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, there's so many of them. Yeah, yeah. Again, the only two you really need to worry about are Sector and Cyrax, but just though they've got goons.
That's why they're colored.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody else just gets to be a generic gray bot.
Yeah, 100%. Which again, you'll remember in the old timeline that Smoke gets turned into a cyborg, the grey cyborg, so it makes this quite, yeah. Anyway, they approach the throne and they're like, we request that we return Kuai Liang to our temple for judgment. And what do I gain from granting this bold request? Shao Kahn muses. The Lin Kuei's loyalty and service. Very well, he's yours.
That doesn't sound very strong of you guys.
Yeah. Raiden's eyes flash as his troop enters the
We
Colosseum.
became robots, now we're submissive.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, yeah. The Lin Kuei under the Grandmaster are baddies. They suck, and they work with Shao Kahn in the old games. So Raiden and co enter, and Raiden gets a vision. The flow of time has been changed. I spared Smoke his fate, only to watch this new Sub-Zero fall. The Lin Kuei sees Sub-Zero. Smoke darts ahead, reaching out to his friend. No! And with a flash, the cyborgs and Sub-Zero phase away. First proper change. Smoke did not get turned into a ninja. Sub-Zero's been taken to be turned into a ninja. A cyborg ninja.
Better not be.
We'll find out. Chapter 9, Kitana. Kitana storms along the beach, lost in her own thoughts and brooding. Jade follows close behind. Is this how you show your loyalty, Jade? You follow me when I clearly wish to be alone? I will not be scolded like some child. You have to be careful, Jade hushes. You're a princess. Your father expects you to. I know what he expects, Kitana snaps. A beat. We'll talk later then, Jade says, turning away. When you have more of a mind to listen. We know at this point Kitana's already kind of having doubts about the whole Shao Kahn, ruling thing.
Because she just wants to go flirt with her boyfriend.
Well,
Just a refresher for anyone, she was a daughter of the Queen of Sindel, and she was kidnapped.
Yeah.
So, Woof, Raiden, Johnny, and Smoke zap a few feet away and they try to bend Kitana's ear, but Kitana decks Johnny and beats the shit out of him.
The bruises get darker. Also, and unrelated, I don't remember if this is what it was in the last game. I love how he has Johnny tattooed, but hasn't tattooed Cage. He instead wears Cage as a belt.
As a belt, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and also he wore and fought in a suit in Mortal Kombat 1, in this game, in the Mortal Kombat 1. Now it seems like, a couple of days later, he's probably gone to change his look for the tournament.
He was this by the end of the last game. The screenshots,
was he?
I didn't point out, he somewhere in the middle of that went, oh, we're getting serious. I'm going real fighter mode now.
Grabbed an Outworld tattooist and got it done. So Raiden comes forward and he's like, I sense conflict in you, Princess Kitana. You couldn't have seen that in one of your hot flashes? Johnny winces, like standing up and rubbing his bruises. Also notably, Johnny Cage is looking more battered and bruised as the game goes on. All the other heroes come back from their wounds, but for some reason the devs just really wanted to hammer home how much Cage gets his ass kicked. Listen to your instincts, Raiden tells Kitana. You are more like Sindel than Shao Kahn. Flash! He sees Queen Sindel, alive, breathing, and fighting on the battlefield. But Raiden rubs his temples. She's dead. My mother is dead, Kitana says. Yes, why do you trust in this, Kitana? You look for answers. Go to Shang Tsung's flesh pits. Much will be revealed there.
The flesh pits.
Which is where
all the answers lie.
Which is where meat came from in phase 1. Yeah, the flesh pits. Kitana shakes her head. I'm forbidden from the flesh pits.
Jesus Christ.
You are. And why is that? I don't know. She
Because
knows
I'm vegetarian.
she knows what she has to do. So off to the flesh pits she goes.
Flesh Pit sounds like a club in Berlin. It's free entry before 11 p.m. to the Flesh Pits.
So after the flesh pit she goes. Metal hooks hang from the ceiling, guts and sinew splatter the walls. The floor is lathered in gore, and in the center of the room, a vat. Inside the vat is a woman that looks like Kitana. In horror, Kitana smashes it open and the body drops to the ground. The mask slips from her face, a gigantic mouth filled with yellow spiked teeth. Melina. Her eyes open and she stares at Kitana. Sis, it's really unnerving, this. Like, the eyes open and her face doesn't move until her jaw starts to move. It's like she's, finding movement. Sister, pretty, so fair, come, let us be a family. Kitana lashes out, kicking Melina in the gut.
She was being nice. She said, I want to be family, and you go, fuck your family.
It was kind of, there was an essence of threat to it.
Dick move.
The sister clone thing drops to the cobbles and spits blood from her mouth. She shudders and collapses unconscious. Now, Kitana,
This is Melina's villain origin story. She
Oh,
just wanted a family.
She was really rude.
Yeah, she came out of a pod and her sister kicked her in the head right away.
Yeah. Now, Kitana.
This is where Raiden should have changed the timeline. Raiden should have been like, oh, by the way, when you go to the fucking flesh pits, you have a sister, be nice to her. We can get new allies.
Oh, she doesn't meet your beauty standards? I'm sorry, that doesn't mean you physically assault someone?
Well, Shang Tsung kind of thinks that too. He comes in chuckling and he's like, that's no way to treat a sibling.
Raiden's really doing the most.
Or the least.
Kitana spits at Shang Tsung. She's like, you swine, do you think my father will stand for these abominations that you're creating here? I'm merely perfecting you, princess, as difficult as that may be. I will drag you to my father by your pointy beard, Kitana gnashes, swatting Shang Tsung, pulling his arms behind his back, and arresting him, pushing him onwards. Yeah, she immediately beats him, and he just goes like, oh, okay, right, I guess we're off to the throne room then. In Shao Kahn's throne room, she drops Shang Tsung to his knees. I would not disturb you, father, if this were not of the utmost importance. You must know that Shang Tsung has been doing something of late. The Conjurer has created horrid replicas of me, crossbred with Tarkatan blood. Shao Kahn looms for a second, and then beckons Shang Tsung to his feet. Well done, sorcerer.
That's a great idea, bestie.
This was my basement. Where do you think he got the idea?
Do you think I don't go into the flesh pits?
I love the flesh pits. They do great drinks there.
So yeah, Kitana's eyes well up. How could you? You're my father. I am your emperor, Shao Kahn booms. Your father was a weakling Edenian king. I annihilated him while merging this realm with Outworld and took his queen as my wife. He smirks. If only I had not allowed Sindel to convince me of your worth. But now, now I have a true daughter. You've lied to me my entire life. Escort her to the tower. Shao Kahn orders the guards and stares at Kitana with disgust. Off from the side, we see Jade watching with horror. Chapter 10, Jade. In the guardroom of the tower, Baraka is admiring the shotguns and assault rifles they got from Kano. Shiny. Jade rushes in, slides under Baraka's legs, and stamps on his head.
Baraka's having a horrible time of it today. He's just recovered his skull from being crushed in the last fight.
This is such a short chapter because it's just Jade beats people up and it's just a madness. Baraka is her first victim. She goes on and Shiva is next, tasking with, this is one of those, I think I told you before that we don't really get to see much of Shiva because it's 3D and because her boobs are on show quite a lot. The YouTube doesn't let you really see much of Shiva without striking you for explicit material. So MKI Sapphire, where I got these cutscenes from, every time Shiva's on screen, you're like close cutting to her face. But yeah, so this is all you're getting of Shiva.
Well,
she's beat up
because this is
so much better.
so
I
much
know.
more advertiser friendly, but also hot step on me.
Describe what's on screen first before you say that.
It is a full upskirt shot of Jade stepping straight on Shiva's, on her boobs, on her head, unsure, stepping on her something, and like, you know,
Fair.
hot, do it, get it, lucky Shiva.
So Shiva is tasked with guarding Kitana directly. Her forearms make her mighty, but she's too slow to keep up with Jade's agility. She leaps overhead and kicks the Shokin into the dirt. Do you remember what Jade's fatality was in phase 1? Do you remember what she did?
Was it?
She had a pole, if that helps. No? She had a big long pole, she'd stab the person with the pole, and then whip around really fast. And all the flesh would fall off.
That's one of the funnier
Yeah,
ones.
it's a good one. She doesn't have her pole right now. She's doing other stuff.
I love the comedic timing of just like poke and then like a pause.
Then-
Her just
Unfortunately, this whole jailbreak of Kitana has been for absolutely nothing. She's tied up with a magical seal. Only a sorcerer or a god could break the spell. Guards rush in, and Kitana yells at Jade to run. For the first time, Jade does as she's told.
Raiden, come, I was about to say, come do something useful for
He's
once.
been showing up every other scene.
Where's Raiden right now? I don't know. He should be here.
He ran out of the subscription for Adobe He can't edit himself in anymore.
No,
He's outside having a smoke and he's thinking, was I supposed to be changing or not changing? I should have picked a lane.
But only a man can win. Only a man. I don't need to save the women.
The man won the last one, and I...
Oh, sexist Raiden.
Out on the beach, Jade takes a moment to catch her breath. I think I've lost my pursuer, she gasps. Woomph! Melina appears. Others pursue, she smiles. I find. Now you must return with me. There's going to be a celebration for my sister. She licks her lips and sings.
She just wants to have a friend. She just wants a sister.
No, she's happy about this one. She's completely, snapped now. She's like, she's going away. Jade whips out her pole and slams Melina's face off of it. Raiden, where are you? She kicks the sand in frustration. To absolutely nobody's surprise, Raiden arrives on the scene. Flanked by Smoke, Kung Lao, and Golden Boy Liu Kang, everybody gets up to speed. Kitana executed? Liu Kang scowls.
And also Johnny's here.
And also Johnny is here too.
And also Johnny is here.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention
He's got
Johnny's
to keep
here.
all the he's together in case it's one of them that wins. Sorry, Liu Kang's upset about Kitana.
Kitana executed? Liu Kang scowls. He starts to make for the tower, but Raiden holds him back. I'm not pleased with this outcome either, Liu Kang, but there's no time. We must return to the tournament. Liu Kang looks at Raiden with disgust. But it's you who's responsible for her capture. You persuaded her to turn against Shao Kahn. The two monks set off for the tower alone, Liu Kang and Kung Lao. I hope your girlfriend's worth Lord Reagan's anger, Liu Kang, Kung Lao teases. Notice that I'm ignoring you, Liu Kang sighs. There's a great comment that I need to just quickly get up. This is perfect for this. About me saying that I really like Kung Lao and you guys didn't really care for Kung Lao in phase 1. Nobody's a fan of Kung Lao. Even the other characters take the piss out of him, which is pretty much bang on. Raiden says, you're not a very good fighter. And Liu Kang's like, I'm just going to ignore you. Chapter 11, Kung Lao.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest, says Raiden. I am really fucking up this time travel thing. Doctor Who I ain't.
Chapter 11, Kung Lao. They are too late. Kitana has been taken to her execution in the Colosseum. That was a waste of a journey. When they get, and there's a whole thing where they go and they fight some people in the tower. We've cut it. When they get to the Colosseum, the tournament has officially begun, and Johnny Cage is losing it to Ermac. Liu Kang sees Kitana chained up and makes a beeline for her, but Raiden follows at his heel. Not now, Raiden says. Smoke and Johnny Cage have been defeated, and I no longer sense Jackson Briggs or Sonya Blade's presence in Outworld. You must fight. Liu Kang rounds on the Thunder God. I am not he who must win. With Liu Kang busy, Raiden turns to all he has left, Kung Lao. Perhaps.
The last of the he-hims.
This is gonna sound like you're my last option.
Literally, he looks at Kung Lao.
You are my last option.
Perhaps you are meant to be the victor? Kung Lao cracks his neck and steps forward.
God,
he didn't
Ryan,
need to be
you're
asked.
Fucking useless.
Yeah. He was itching for a fight this whole time. His opponents are Shang Tsung and Quan Chi together. Quan Chi grins. No Earthrealm boy could stop this deadly alliance. But Kung Lao does stop the deadly alliance. He wins the fight, meaning he progresses to the next round. New character!
What?
Kintaro!
Oh. Oh.
But I thank God you filled us in, because I would have had no way of context for what this character is all about.
Yep.
That face is
It's like it's giving Cats from 2019 the face. Like.
They really gave furry with the rest of it, and then the face is giving children's birthday party face paint.
So to give you a sense, so obviously you got Mortal Kombat 2, he shows up again in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. In that game, he literally shows up, yells for a fight, and is defeated, never to be seen again. He has a Shokan with cat-like print on his skin, and he says, I will eat your heart! And Kung Lao kicks him in the face, and he goes down.
I'm gonna call him Tony the Tiger from now on. But he is not great.
Guys, is Kung Lao about to win Mortal Kombat 2?
Hopefully.
See, Raiden? He laughs as the crowd cheers and boos him. Earthrealm is frag! Shao Kahn takes Kung Lao's head in his massive hands and snaps his neck.
He said, nobody likes you. You don't get to be the one.
Oh my god, he's dead?
He is dead.
Whoa!
He had to eventually anyway.
Oh, my sweet boy!
Wait, was the last thing that Liu Kang said to him, I'm ignoring you? And then he died. It's one of those moments where I went, wait, no, I live with regret forever.
So you'll remember that this technically happens in the original Mortal Kombat games. Kung Lao dies, but remember he fakes his death to inspire Liu Kang to go on and become a greater hero.
You're right, he did do that.
But he is not faking his death here. He is actually dead. Fatality. Full fatality. Yeah. The monk falls to the ground. Fatality. The crowd goes wild. Kung Lao! Raiden barks. His skin fizzles and crackles. I will strip the flesh from your bones, Shao Kahn! But Liu Kang beats him to the punch. He tackles Shao Kahn. Yeah, he's
He's
here he
so
comes.
happy.
Yeah,
He's so, I did it! Go me! Everybody loves me!
and just behind him, here comes Liu Kang. He tackles Shao Kahn, and the two roll around in the sand before leaping to their feet, circling each other. Witness, boy, Khan laughs. Don't you know who I am? Yeah, the murderer of my friend. He destroys Shao Kahn.
Were you friends?
He best friends. Best friends. Yeah, they tease each other, but best friends forever, yeah. He destroys Shao Kahn, pummeling him with lightning fast fists, lifting him high in the air and bringing the Conqueror crashing into the sand. On your feet, Liu Kang yells, not done as Shao Kahn lies battered and broken. The monk summons a great fireball, preparing to deal the final blow. For Kung Lao, the Shaolin, and Earthrealm, he roars and punches Shao Kahn straight through the chest. Fatality?
Oh.
The Colosseum falls silent. Tarkatan guards retrieve Shao Kahn's body as Liu Kang is bathed in golden light. Earthrealm won? Shang Tsung mutters, his eyes wide. Kitana approaches Liu.
I don't get to have any more Mortal Kombats?
Yeah. Kitana approaches Liu, tries to say something, but knows that now isn't the time. Kung Lao's death is my fault, Raiden says.
God, Raiden.
Our triumph was not meant to be achieved in this way. He pulls out his amulet.
Well, you can't have the Armageddon anymore.
It's still cracked.
Oh, it's more cracked.
It's yeah, it actually looks worse because it gets more cracked the closer we get to Armageddon. Is the idea? I think.
I think it's getting to Armageddon because Raiden's gonna end the world.
I mean, if anyone could.
Shang Tsung, the Shokins, and Melina and the Centaurians stand in a throne room arguing about what comes next. Melina's the heir, so should she take the throne? My dear, Shang Tsung growls with a cold smile. You only exist because of my sorcery. And you only breathe because I restrain mine. A loud rumble echoes through the hall. Everyone turns to see Shao Kahn limping into the room, aided by Quan Chi.
Oh.
Okay.
Rescind that fatality.
Rescinded.
It's this is very rare in these new games that we do fake outs that are as dumb as this. This is like one of two, I think. Shao Kahn, absolutely fine. He limps into the room, aided by Quan Chi. Emperor, Shang Tsung gasps. You live! I'm not so easily killed. Quan Chi accelerated my recovery. But allow me to be the first to say not one word. Because of you, Outworld can no longer merge with Earthrealm. Quan Chi scratches his chin and starts brainstorming a new villainous plan. There may yet be an alternative, Emperor. Full-blown invasion. Do you mock me? Khan rounds on Quan Chi. Sindel's ward prevents me from setting foot in Earthrealm. She realized that the safeguards afforded by the Elder Gods through Mortal Kombat are but a mere fiction. She sacrificed herself to give...
Aren't the Elder Gods going to kill you if you do, though?
Wait a sec. She sacrificed herself to give protection the Elder Gods could not, so Earthrealm would not suffer as Edenia had. It's a fiction. It's a lie. Sindel knew that, and that's the thing that she told Shao Kahn years ago. It's all nonsense. You can invade. That's what Shao Kahn believes. That's what Sindel told him. So he's going to just invade. And also he's going to do the whole thing with Mortal Kombat 3 where it's like, my wife's also here, lads, I'm here to pick her up, and I'm also going to merge your realms and all that stuff that he's going to do anyway. But Shao Kahn fully believes that an invasion is just fine.
Then why has he been going along with it?
Well,
If the whole time he could have done this, and that's his whole goal.
Because Sindel's ward prevents me from setting foot on Earthrealm, he says. Sindel, before she died, cast a spell to stop Shao Kahn from
Okay,
invading
yeah, but
Earthrealm.
how is that not stopping him now?
Well, we're about to find out.
Okay.
That's why he's like, do you mock me? So you can, according
I do mock you.
Shao Kahn believes that you can invade, that the Elder Gods won't do anything about it, and the only thing stopping him from invading is a magic spell that Sindel cast years ago before she took her own life. So he's like, "Ugh," and Quan Chi's like, but if we resurrect her, her ward will be nullified, and with it, your barrier to Earthrealm. I am weary of sorcerers, Quan Chi.
Aren't we all?
Give me some muscly men.
Prove your worth and bring her to me. Out in the desert of Outworld, Quan Chi rips Queen Sindel. She's naked, so I had to zoom in. Rips Queen Sindel from the sand. Whirling necromancy cloaks her bones with flesh. She is reborn with new life and new purpose. The invasion of Earthrealm can now begin. Mortal Kombat 3.
Wait, explain to me how bringing her back to life nullifies her ward?
It just does. Magic. Soul magic.
I cast the spell, but it only exists in my bones.
Magic.
The bones aren't out anymore.
So
Magic! Chapter 12. Stryker. Do you remember Stryker?
I remember the name.
Is Stryker the cop?
He's the cop.
Oh, yeah!
A few days later, Shao Kahn attacks. His forces race through city streets, mowing down any innocent bystanders foolish enough to
This
get in
feels
their
really
way.
weird to see, like,
A
a
city.
modern city with, like,
Yeah.
cars in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Just like Chicago or something, yeah.
It always
Like,
feels
it
weird.
shouldn't do when we had, like, the special force and they're, like, tech and portals and there's robots. But you see, like, cars in Mortal Kombat.
It feels a lot more grim as well to like, because you'd like, haha, we'll invade, and the only thing we see close to it is like in the middle of a desert in the middle of nowhere they all have a fight. But to have you know, aliens rampaging through the street killing civilians.
I'm sorry, Neil, did you forget the Soulnado?
I forgot about the Soulnado.
Is there going to be a Soulnado? We'll see.
Soulnado 2. This time it's more soul-y.
So the city itself is never explicitly stated, but we do learn in Phase 1 that Stryker is from Chicago, so let's say this is Chicago. Police officers Stryker and Kabal watch from a nearby rooftop. You'll recognize the name Kabal, we'll get there. This isn't what I was expecting when I swore to protect and serve, Kabal mutters. What is that? Stryker yells, pointing to the side of the building. Reptile is scurrying up the wall toward them. Yeah.
Hello, would you like to fuck?
Jesus Christ.
No, he wants to fuck other reptiles.
What a weird hybrid race. Anyway, I'm thinking we shoot first and ask questions later. Stryker raises.
Tale as old as time.
I knew this would happen with Stryker. He raises his gun and opens fire. Of course, Reptile's a magical being, so bullets don't work. He knocks Kabal to the side and Stryker tosses his guns to the ground. Enough of this, he grunts. You and me, freak show. Reptile lolls his massive tongue and bares his sharp teeth. But because he's the tutorial fight for Stryker, our cop kicks him to the curb in 5 seconds flat. Spitting? Sticking out your tongue? Bet your mama's real proud of you, he grimaces as Reptile's head hits the concrete. Stryker picks Kabal up and the pair hit street level. Hey, check her out, Kabal says, pointing across the street, and we see Melina watching the carnage unfold. Friend or foe? Dressed like that, Stryker arches an eyebrow at Melina's ninja getup. Definitely foe. He approaches...
No, you have people in the goodies team that dress like that.
Who?
Fucking, what's her name? Kitara.
But right now it's like Outworld, all Outworld are baddies. That's what they believe. That's what they think.
Yeah, she's never been here, I guess.
Do the normal generic humans know about, like,
No,
aliens?
this is a real moment.
Just found out about
So Stryker's
Yeah.
seeing Melina and her teeth and going, huh,
Yeah.
that outfit.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you can't see your teeth from here. It's just the outfit, but yeah, they're just seeing someone across the way. So he approaches and points his gun at Melina. What are you doing out here? Looking for a new playmate, Melina gnashes.
God, I love her.
Yeah, she's great. Stryker goes to arrest her, but he's thrown off balance by a passing dragon.
Of course.
Melina seizes her opportunity and slashes at him, but thankfully the Thunder God Raiden zaps in and fries her.
Ordinary Tuesday in Chicago.
What are you? Stryker asks. Raiden doesn't reply, flying up the street where we see this guy's just having a day of it.
Time for this.
We see Johnny Cage locked in combat with the Centaurian Motaro.
Oh no.
God, what a thing to see when you're just learning about aliens.
100%. And also, you'll know what this is. This is the moment where he dies. Yeah. So
Was he about
Johnny,
to go to heaven?
apparently, this is what happens in phase
Heaven
1.
was full, or you couldn't get there.
Or there was a protection maybe, but then the protection was gone. So Stryker squints and he's like, is that Johnny Cage fighting a giant monster? What is this, Time Smashers? We watch as Raiden gets between the two, shocking Motaro with lightning and crashing him into a nearby building. Looks like Johnny Cage's life is saved this time.
Oh.
So we are changing things.
Yep.
But again, can I just remind everyone, it didn't matter hugely when Johnny Cage died in the third one. He came back very quickly.
Yep. That guy just shot lightning from his hands. What is happening? Kabal asks. And then screams. The Shokin Kitaro crashes to the ground, forearms flexing, cat eyes glaring. See, it's good that I told you about him at the beginning.
So important now.
He opens his mouth and spits a fireball at Kabal.
Cats can do that.
Apparently.
Classic cat. Well, he's a cat alien, or a cat dragon.
The cat dragon.
He's a kraken.
Yes, there we go. We got it.
there. The fireball makes contact and Kabal drops to the ground, the flesh melting from his face. Stryker fights off Kintaro and rushes to his friend, but Kabal is a mess. His flesh sizzles, his breathing is ragged. Stryker tries to call in backup, but Ermac appears, throwing him into a nearby subway station. The Emperor will have your soul, he rasps. Thanks, Stryker groans, but I think I'll keep it. He does some perfectly adequate flips and kicks and battles Ermac off, trying to get to his friend. How does a cop defeat a million warrior souls? Don't question.
Johnny Cage couldn't do that.
Yeah, well, legit, yeah.
I never questioned why all the named baddies are coming for this random cop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, we're invading Earthrealm. The only thing standing in our way, cops.
PC Stryker.
Nightwolf appears. I've been searching for you, Curtis Stryker, he says, taking calm steps as Stryker raises his gun and points it.
De-escalation.
Lord Raiden is gathering Earthrealm's defenders. You're among them. Yeah, well, Earthrealm Defender is about 10 steps above my pay grade.
You're another he, him. Raiden needs lots of those.
yeah, collecting more potential heroes.
Who is the he?
But despite his doubts, Stryker agrees to go with Nightwolf. As they head outside, they find that Kabal's body is gone. Ooh. In Outworld, Kano stands over a bloody operating table. It's kind of Outworld. Remember, the two realms are kind of crashing into each other, so don't worry too much about it. In Outworld, Kano stands over a bloody operating table. Blood pools on the floor. Crude surgical tools lie nearby. He picks up a mask and respirator and places it over the face. No, it's just that he knows how to do this. Like, look at all of his own implants and stuff. He's probably done that to himself.
He's like, I've watched the doctor do mine. I can probably do that.
Yeah. He picks up a mask and respirator and he places it over the face of Kabal. What? Kabal rasps. Easy there, mate. You've had a rough one. I was on fire. Burned to a crisp. You're lucky I found you. Kabal feels around and touches the mask. Take it off. Can't. It's permanent. No mask means no breathing, and I need your breathing. Kano lifts the iconic hook blades and hands them to Kabal. A beat as he stares at them in horror. I don't use them anymore. Yeah, you're all proper police now. The Black Dragon ain't the same without you, mate. You should come back. We're in the money with this war. So Kabal used to be a Black Dragon mercenary, gave up the life, became a cop. You sold those monsters their firepower. Guilty as charged. Kano gives a grim smile. Rage takes over Kabal. It's clear the two men were once friends, but the invasion has changed everything. Kabal beats Kano into submission, and Kano spills the beans, catching us up on everything. Shao Kahn, Outworld, merging of realms, etc., etc., etc. Take me to him, Kabal rasps, placing a hooked blade to Kano's throat. Shao Kahn's throne room. Kabal and Kano watch as a legion of soldiers carry Motaro's body in on a stretcher. Looks like Raiden killed Motaro, Kano mutters, amused. Kabal places a concealed dagger to Kano's back. Is that him on the throne? He eyes Shao Kahn. You're a right genius you are, mate. Sindel looks over Motaro's body. He was the commander of half of Shao Kahn's forces. It's a major loss. I will go to Earthrealm, she says to Shao Kahn. Finish his work. So you remember that Sindel was a goodie when she was resurrected, though she's been brainwashed and stuff to be an evil queen. Yeah. The Emperor nods and orders Shang Tsung to step forward. The Empress requires something of you, he says, showing jagged teeth. He reaches out with a fist and sucks out all the souls that give Shang Tsung his power and his life. He takes so much that Shang Tsung just evaporates into nothingness.
Fatality.
Whoa!
I'm going to tell you right now that that's not going to get retconned. He is dead. Shang Tsung is officially dead. Yeah, properly dead. Like, it's just like,
Who's gonna host?
who's going to host?
Who's gonna?
Yeah, proper dead. I'll tell you now, he's not in 10 or 11.
Holy shit.
He's dead. Yeah. Yeah, it's about to be turned to a bit of a bloodbath.
Well, to be fair, if he's not doing Mortal Kombats anymore,
What's he doing?
like he doesn't need him. He was just there to host and organize.
The Emperor passes that power into Queen Sindel, strengthening her, and Kabal seizes his chance. He makes for Shao Kahn to try and assassinate him, but Melina and Noob Saibot jump in.
Oh, hi, where'd he come from?
He's just here now. Realizing, again, this is his introduction.
Just go with it.
Realizing he's outmatched, he sees an exit portal whirring at the far side of the room. Leaping through it, he escapes back to Earthrealm. This is Kabal. But someone is waiting for him. You're not authorized for portal use. Sub-Zero crackles in a robotic voice.
Oh, I hate him.
The Lin Kuei have transformed him. He's now Cyber Sub-Zero, Unit LK520.
Boo.
It's a cool look.
He does look cool.
But it is a shame, yeah. Few words are traded between the two transformed men as they deal blow after blow to each other. Kabal's hooked swords manage to pierce Zero's body armor. As he defeats him, Smoke and Raiden zap in. Sub-Zero, Smoke shouts, rushing to his old friend. Raiden stares dispassionately. That which makes him Sub-Zero no longer exists. He's my friend, Smoke barks back. Kabal looks at the two of them, Zero's cold metallic body reminding him of his own transformation at Kano's hands. You're right. We should help him. Chapter 14, Cyber Sub-Zero. Raiden zaps the group to a nearby chapel where all of Earthrealm's warriors are waiting. Through the efforts of Jax and Kabal, they're able to reprogram Sub-Zero and return him to his former self. He's still trapped in a tin can, but his identity has returned. Maybe Nightwolf did some soul magic as well, because remember, Nightwolf can do soul magic stuff.
Speaking of which, we're going to go back just a couple of steps. Sure. Shao Kahn can do soul magic, I guess?
He can, yeah, he just can.
Who can't?
Yeah. Yeah.
But all this, I'm sick of sorcerers. It seems like you're as strong a sorcerer.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah. Cool. So they've done it. His identity's back. Zero has an idea. The Lin Kuei are helping with Shao Kahn's invasion. They won't know he's turned back. He could infiltrate the baddies. Everyone high fives and says it's a great idea, so off he goes. Even though he's a cyborg, Sector is still as much of an asshole as he always was. In Shao Kahn's throne room, he scolds Sub-Zero for not returning with Kabal. Apparently that was his mission. Zero lies, claiming that he killed Kabal, and the two portal somewhere for a private chat. I have scanned your neural net 520, Sector bleeps. Your neural modulators have been recalibrated. Well, guess we're found out straight away. Sector might have cyber enhancements, but that's no substitute for the human soul. Sub-Zero kicks his ass and scans him for clues. He learns something weird. Noob Saibot and Quan Chi are up to something at a nearby graveyard.
Hold on, wait. Go back a second.
Yeah, sure.
NetherRealm Studios?
Yeah, it's this beautiful era of games. Tony Hawk used to do it all the time too, where they would advertise their own games inside the game universes. It was so good. I miss those days,
Wait,
man.
Is the game company NetherRealm?
It is. It was Midway, and then it got rebranded to NetherRealm for Phase 2. I should have said that.
I just thought that this was like the humans being unaware that NetherRealm is a real thing.
Oh, true. No, yeah, good point. No, sorry, yeah, this is the video game company now. It was Midway, now it's NetherRealm.
Johnny Cage's Ninja Anime.
Ninja Mime, I think it is. I think we saw it earlier.
It's Ninja Mime. Yeah, Ninja Mime. Okay, so we're at the graveyard. Noob Saibot, Quan Chi up to something nasty. They've grouped together some hostages and are casting a complex spell. Sub-Zero calls Raiden, and Flash, the Thunder God, has a vision. He's creating a soul nado, he grimaces. On a scale I thought unimaginable, all of Earthrealm's souls imprisoned, absorbed by Shao Kahn, multiplying his power. Raiden worries that he's just been making things worse with his meddling.
You have.
But Nightwolf comforts him and he goes, it's okay, buddy, have faith. Sub-Zero approaches, tries to disrupt the ritual, and Noob Saibot twists his neck over to look at him. You are not worthy of the name Sub-Zero. Who are you to judge? I wore those colors before you. Sub-Zero reels at that. Bihan? Yes, Kuai Liang, it is I. Quan Chi restored me. Restored? Sub-Zero scoffs. No, you and I both were just flawed copies of our former selves.
Oh.
Noob's eyes narrow. I have no flaws. Quan Chi has perfected me. Brother, we share blood, Noob cuts him off. We are not brothers.
Also, I'm not sure you share it blood anymore, but...
Good point, yeah. He lunges for Sub-Zero and dents the metal plating. Zero kicks low, punches high, and knocks Noob into a grave. Mustering his courage, he shoots an icy blast and freezes Noob to a gravestone. The fight might have been won, but it delayed him too long. Quan Chi completes the spell. The Soul Nado shoots into the sky. Chapter 15, Nightwolf. Nightwolf arrives at the graveyard just in time. He dispatches Quan Chi and summons his own spirits to fight the spell. Go, he shouts to Sub-Zero. Your soul is not safe. The souls whirl and whoosh, blowing away trees, graves, buildings, leaving nothing but a crater where once dead souls rested. Because he's an evil spirit manifest.
I like all the spooky skulls in the Soul Nado.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it.
Just gotta make sure it looks extra spooky.
Also, I love that there was this big deal about the Soul Nado and Nightwolf's just showing up and be like, wah-ba-ba-ba-ba, fixed it. All good.
Wah-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, I mean, there's about to be damage, but yeah, he's fixed it. So, because he's an evil spirit manifest, Noob Saibot is absorbed into the Soul Nado, vanishing back to the Netherrealm. Nightwolf's spirits charge into the Soul Nado, and as quickly as it appeared, it vanishes. Another change to the timeline.
By Soul Nado.
By Soul Nado, but no more Soul Nado. This is another change to the timeline. Everyone regroups, crisis averted. But the amulet still isn't healed. Out of ideas, Raiden does what he should have done ages ago and decides to just go and speak to the Elder Gods.
Jesus Christ, Raiden.
Yeah, Shao Kahn's invasion goes against their order. Maybe they will do something. He leaves Nightwolf in charge while he's gone. And just as he leaves, the Cyber Lin Kuei portal in. All-out war breaks out in the sanctuary. Warrior versus warrior. Smoke leads the charge against his old friends, slicing throats and breaking bones. The team hold their own, but the Lin Kuei are just fodder. The real threat has arrived. Get the button ready.
Oh my god.
Mother, Kitana gasps. Sindel enters, letting out an ear-splitting shriek and stunning the gang. I will finish what the Lin Kuei could not, she cackles. Nightwolf runs in with his tomahawk, but Sindel blocks it with ease. Johnny Cage goes low and she follows suit, uppercutting him and knocking him back. Kabal barely gets to throw a punch. Sindel hits him so hard he spins in the air and she stomps down hard on his mask, breaking it and killing him instantly.
Think about
Fatality.
Stryker swings and she punches straight through his head.
Fatality.
Sub-Zero tries to freeze her and she snaps every bone in his body.
Surely not.
Fatality.
What?
Jax comes in from the top rope with
Everybody
his...
else I don't care, but Sub-Zero.
Jax comes in from the top rope with his massive bionic arms, and wham! Sindel kicks him in the throat. He chokes out on the ground.
Fatality.
what? Oh, your fave.
My
What the
fave.
fuck is happening?
Smoke flies in, drops a smoke bomb to engulf the pair, but no!
Oh, mommy.
Sindel ignores it, spinning round and snapping his neck.
Fatality.
Whoa.
Oh my god, you really did have to get the button ready.
Sonya Blade barely gets to throw a punch, taking a knee to the face. No fatality.
Oh. I'm not disappointed. It was relief.
Jade and Kitana go in as a double team, but Sindel pushes Kitana away with her brute force and punches straight through Jade's chest, pulling out her heart.
Fatality.
Mother, this is not your way, Kitana pants. Shao Kahn has corrupted you. Shao Kahn resurrected me. You have betrayed him, embraced a pathetic cause. Remember Edenia, Mother. Remember your rule before Shao Kahn's invasion. Quiet, child. It is time for you to join your friends. Sindel claps her hand and reaches out to Kitana, starting to absorb her soul with purple magic. But is that Nightwolf on the top rope with a haymaker? Is that how a haymaker works? I don't know.
Not from the top rope, usually. But...
Well, here he comes with a haymaker. Monster, he roars. He bashes into Sindel, flipping her onto the concrete and interrupting the spell.
Why does he also have lightning magic? You're not Raiden.
He summons a bolt of lightning to shock her. As the two battle, we fade away to chapter 16, Raiden.
Must we?
Must we? Chapter 16, Raiden. Raiden and Liu Kang stand before the 6 elder gods in the heavens, pleading his case. Please, Raiden says, I beseech you, Earthrealm needs help. We are aware of your plight, Raiden, the gods say, all 6 voices speaking as one. But we cannot help. Shao Kahn has not violated the rules of Mortal Kombat.
What?
But he invades Earthrealm as we speak. Invasion is not itself a transgression.
What?
It is the merger of realms that is prescribed.
Oh, this is a big retcon.
A distinction...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was explicitly invasion.
Yeah, it was explicitly invasion. This is a big retcon. A distinction without a difference, Raiden cries. Innocents are dying at the hands of Outworld. It is regrettable, but the Mortal Kombat tournaments are not intended to prevent certain outcomes. They are intended only to maintain balance among the realms. We have spoken. And they fade away.
Oh, dumb.
This was a colossal waste of time.
You realise in moments like this that Raiden really is the most competent of the gods.
Yes.
You know, even if he is
Incompetent.
colossally incompetent sometimes.
None of the gods are good.
Meanwhile, Nightwolf is losing his fight with Sindel. Her hair...
Actually, Nightwolf's pretty okay.
Nightwolf's great. Not a god, but Nightwolf rocks.
Is he
Yeah.
not?
No, not a god. He's just a shaman. He can communicate with the spirits of his ancestors, you know.
I guess I just assumed because Raiden let him replace him.
No, that's Fujin you're thinking of. We haven't met Fujin in this phase.
You're
2.
right. You're right.
Wind god.
Yeah.
You will see Fujin. I'll tell you will see Fujin eventually, but not this game. So Nightwolf is losing his fight with Sindel. Her hair slinks around his legs like a viper, throwing him into a nearby crypt and cracking his back. He reaches out, summoning the last of his magic, trying to take Sindel's power from her as she squeezes tighter. Victory is mine, shaman, Sindel snickers. Not if I take it from you. Raiden and Liu Kang arrive just in time
Holy shit.
to feel the last waves of a magical blast. Sindel and Nightwolf's magic hit each other, melting away their skin and their bones.
That's brutal.
When the dust settles, both are gone, evaporated.
Fatality.
Nightwolf dead, Sindel dead. We've got a pile of corpses here.
Brutal.
Liu Kang, Kitana croaks from nearby. She's hurt, badly, shaking as she lets out her last breath. Kitana, no! Liu pleads, dropping to his knees and clasping her hand. You were right.
Raiden can do healing magic. Fix her.
She gives a weak smile. I wish we had met under different circumstances.
Raiden, fix her.
Fatality.
What? Boo!
I realized I didn't actually write in that she does die, she dies. Raiden sighs. Liu Kang, we abandoned them and they're dead. And their deaths achieved nothing. Liu rounds on Raiden, his voice thick with spite. What's next, Raiden? Tell me the future. How do we honor their sacrifice? Raiden looks at the amulet. I climbed to heaven, and now I must plunge into the depths. I will go to Quan Chi, ally our realm with his against the forces of Outworld.
I don't think Quanchers is gonna go.
Still don't know who. It could be like Andy Murray in the tennis. Like you've done no research.
Yeah. Liu Kang forces a laugh at that and he goes, what? Grovel before Quan Chi? That's your plan? What will he demand? What will be paid? Would any price be too high to save Earthrealm? Raiden asks quietly. Liu Kang looks past Raiden as the severity of the situation dawns on him. I prayed it not true, but you've gone mad, Raiden. Your visions, they're nothing.
Are we getting evil Raiden this early?
Delusions of an addled mind. Go then. Leave on your hopeless quest. I will stay and help the wounded. Zap. Raiden goes. Into the Nether Realm. Scorpion tries to stop him, but Raiden bats him to the side and storms right up to Quan Chi. Earthrealm's defenses are overwhelmed, Quan Chi smiles. By my count, you have mere hours, but for my help, I will expect something in return.
I love how he immediately knows what he's here for.
Yeah, he's like, look, fine, if you want to do this, I'll play Rumpelstiltskin with you. I'll play the genie.
I've made a shady bargain or two in my time.
Yeah. So it's like, what do you offer me, Raiden? I
Also,
offer...
why is he saying it's Quan Chi's realm? Where's Shinnok?
Why do you pronounce everything weird?
Weird.
Shinnok.
Also, Shinnok has been it's phase 1. Shinnok's jailed up, fucking way down.
We're not in phase 1 anymore.
No, but like in this timeline, it's the same. Shinnok's just fucked off. He's chained up somewhere. Okay. He's not relevant, not important.
Shinnok.
This is important. What's about to happen here? This is a big moment.
Shinosea.
I offer. Raiden stops and hesitates. Go on. I offer the souls of Earthrealm warriors who die in this conflict. Ooh. Not just the others, but my own soul as well. Okay. If I die, you and the Netherrealm will have it.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, that is hell of a sacrifice.
Yeah, it's one of the dead
We've
ones.
just watched like a bunch of
Yeah, but he's basically saying any of my friends who died, they ain't going to heaven, they're going to hell.
They're going to be your slaves now, Quan Chi. Okay. Eternally in the Netherrealm. So Quan Chi's like, and he's basically like, and that is a pretty shitty thing for me to do, so I'll offer my soul up too. Quan Chi's smile drops and he goes, how noble, Raiden, but utterly pointless. With a wave of his hand, he summons the standing stiff forms of 10 dead combatants from both sides of the war.
Raiden, did you assume all these murderers were going to heaven? Raiden, obviously, I was getting them already. You offer nothing.
So what we have here is we have Sub-Zero, Jade, Sindel, Nightwolf, Jax, Stryker, Smoke, Kitana, Kung Lao, and Kabal. You see, their souls are already mine. Shao Kahn's payment for Netherrealm's allegiance. Earthrealm has lost, Raiden, and so shall you. Because he has control of their souls, Quan Chi controls the actions of these ghosts, Raiden's old team. One by one, they launch themselves at him, and one by one, he beats them back. You sealed our fate in this place, Thunder God, Kitana shrills. You have condemned us all. Face it, Raiden, Quan Chi says calmly. Shao Kahn's victory is nearly complete. Soon he will cross the threshold and arrive in Earthrealm himself. The Elder Gods cannot allow it, Raiden says. The Elder Gods are toothless. The weight of the war finally bursting out of him. Only through Mortal Kombat may Shao Kahn merge the realms, lest he face the judgment of the Elder Gods. And suddenly it dawns on him. Lest he face judgment of the Elder Gods. He must win.
Hey.
He doesn't smile because Raiden never smiles, but he fixes Quan Chi with a fierce stare. Thank you, Quan Chi. I now know what must be done. Zap, off he pops, back to Earthrealm, face to face with a fed-up Liu Kang. Before we get there, what do you think he's realized? Have you clocked?
The only person who can beat Shao Kahn is the Elder Gods, and the only way to get that confrontation is to let Shao Kahn win.
Everybody gets to die!
Back from the Netherrealm empty-handed, I see, Liu Kang says. Liu Kang, I now realize what we must do. We must allow Shao Kahn to merge the realms. Liu Kang's face twists with pity and horror. That's insane. The Elder Gods forbid it without victory in Mortal Kombat, Raiden explains. So when he does it without that victory, their fury will fall upon him. Defeating Shao Kahn before the merge is but temporary. He will return, bringing Armageddon. I've foreseen it. Enough, Liu shouts. But before he can continue, a portal opens in front of the pair. Shao Kahn is making his move.
What is this weird blurry action figure?
Yeah, so he's like inside the portal, slowly pushing through. It just looks a bit funky because I've put a still in it, but he's slowly merging the realms. This is it now. Here he comes. If he steps through, the realms will begin to merge. It's like the final step of the spell is him arriving. Liu starts towards him, preparing for battle, but Raiden pulls him back. Do as I say, he barks. Have faith in the Elder Gods. Have faith in me. Liu Kang tears his arm away and heads for the portal, but Raiden steps in front of him.
Ooh.
I can't let you fight Shao Kahn, he shouts, fear and understanding in his throat. Liu Kang sighs. Then you are my enemy.
Ooh.
They fight. The Chosen One puts up one hell of a battle, summoning fireballs and bicycle kicks without
Love
thinking.
The dragons in the background.
Yeah, dragons just attacking the city, yeah.
Dragons versus helicopters.
Years of training and being Earthrealm's champion puts even the Thunder God at a disadvantage. The whole time, Liu is just trying to reach Shao Kahn, and Raiden fries the ground beneath his feet to keep him at bay. Enough of your madness, Liu Kang roars, raising a fiery fist in the air. If you must die, my friend, then so be it. He lashes out, prepared to incinerate Raiden, and Raiden retaliates. He lets out a powerful single blast of electricity, It courses through Liu Kang's body, erupting the fireball in his hand. Liu's flesh singes and burns as his body aches and quakes, and with a deafening scream, the Chosen One lies smouldering on the concrete.
Wow.
By the gods, no, Raiden gasps, running to his friend's side. Not that! That wasn't meant to happen! The voices of Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade come from behind. What did you do? They saw the whole thing. Liu Kang, please, forgive me. You, Liu wheezes. You killed us all.
Fatality.
Oh, shit.
That's a bad one.
Oh, that his face is brutal, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Shao Kahn steps through the portal. Cage and Sonya rush him, but he cackles as he blows them back without breaking a sweat. As the Conqueror approaches, Raiden bows. Ah, Raiden, he rumbles. After all these years, it seems you've come to your senses. He smacks Raiden, who falls back, and his head cracks off the ground. A flash, a vision. The events playing out here in the present running parallel with the events that play out at Armageddon. Shao Kahn the Conqueror stands over him, his red eyes glinting. Where are the Elder Gods, Raiden? He growls. Their pathetic Mortal Kombat shackles me no longer. He tosses Raiden aside, and we watch in slow motion as the Thunder God's amulet shatters on the ground. Elder Gods, Raiden grunts, as Kahn snaps down hard on his chest. Where are you? Why do you forsake me? I have won, Shao Kahn gnashes. Yes, Raiden sighs. You have won. Shao Kahn raises his hammer high above his head, preparing to splat Raiden's brains across the stone. And golden lightning crackles down from the heavens. Through the clouds, a golden beam of light brings with it golden spirits, dragons. They surround Raiden, healing him, bringing him high above Shao Kahn, and when Raiden's mouth opens, the Elder Gods speak. You violate our will, Shao Kahn. You merge realms without victory in Mortal Kombat. Our penalty is clear. Channeling Raiden's electricity, a great beam jolts from his fingertips, joined by the light of the Elder Gods. Shao Kahn fries as the dragons rush him, biting, clawing, burrowing into him. His roars turn to screams as they envelope him, shooting him into the sky and blowing the Conqueror to smithereens.
Fatality.
Oh, shit.
The amulet heals. But as Raiden looks over to Liu Kang's body, it brings little comfort.
Question. So, why did this same thing not happen the last... the Armageddon, he hadn't won all the Mortal Kombats by then, had he?
Armageddon was kind of one big... Armageddon was kind of one big Mortal Kombat, and also he was too powerful. Once he embraced Blaze and all the powers and Argus and everything, all in the end, the Elder Gods were, like, decimated. Yeah, remember when Shinnok also broke out in Mortal Kombat 4, Shinnok kicked the Elder Gods' ass. Didn't kill them, but he kicked their ass. They were already weak by the time Armageddon runs around. But also, really, Chase, they just didn't think it through, and this is a big fat retcon. But he's dead. The amulet heals, but as Raiden looks over to Liu Kang's body, it brings little comfort. So many are gone, he says. Their light has sunk into the earth. I am responsible for their loss. You did what you had to, Sonya Blade says, approaching. To protect Earthrealm. Losses in war are... Her voice wells and breaks. Inevitable. We will tend to the fallen, Raiden concludes. We must help the realm rebuild. Our work is just beginning. And just as the gang portal out of there, we see a familiar albino sorcerer stoop and pick up Shao Kahn's helmet, admiring it. Your plan worked to perfection, Lord Shinnok, Quan Chi smiles. We see the fallen Elder God Shinnok, astral projecting himself into Earthrealm to survey the damage. Shao Kahn was blinded by rage, he says. How easily he was convinced that the Elder Gods would ignore his merging of the realms. Well, it is time. Soon I will be free. Earthrealm and Outworld will be ours.
Yeah.
We cut to black as the credits roll.
Woohoo!
Yes. So we learn a few things after the credits roll. The first, is that we get epilogues, same as the other games. We first the Ermac, the warrior made up of many souls, actually is King Jared, or at least he has King Jared inside of him. King Jared is Kitana's father and Queen Sindel's husband, the rightful ruler of Edeni. He's in there. The second is that Sonya Blade struggles to grieve for Jax because she keeps getting haunted by the ghost of her dead dad.
Has her dad been important before this point?
No, and he will never be important again. Moving on.
For God's sake.
Smoke, aka Tomas Rabada, Smoke, gets his origin story explained at last. Turns out, when he was a boy, he was abducted by an obscure cult and sacrificed to a demon.
Of course.
Burned alive, he returned to the mortal realm as an Enenra, a creature of smoke, a creature of smoke and vapor. This is a real creature, I believe.
Come on,
like
get together.
in myth.
Get together, obviously.
He lashed out and killed all of the cultists, but because he got his revenge, he returned to his human form, remembering nothing of his former life. So we now know this, but Smoke doesn't. Smoke will never learn this.
Why is this important?
Yeah, well, just to let you know,
Why
that's
are
his
we
plot.
getting these all in the post credits?
Well, everybody, it isn't post credits necessarily. It's epilogues. If you can do like a conquest mode where you play as one character, and if you do that, you get little bits. I'm not giving you everyone's. I'm just giving you a few. Yeah, because most of them are just explaining stuff we already know from Phase 1, to be honest. Next, Sector still kills his father and becomes Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei. And finally,
Love how the Grandmaster's turning everybody into robots except himself. He knows it's a bad idea.
100%. The Grandmaster, well, we saw him in Sub-Zero mythologies. That guy sucks. And finally, after all this time, 9 games later, we finally enter the age of guest fighters.
Yay.
So in this game, we do in fact get Kratos from God of War.
That's just Quan Chi.
Yeah.
It's just put him.
I'm
give
not
me an
going.
instant
I'm not
fighting each
rewinding.
other.
Yeah. I tried. I couldn't find it.
I love how his fatalities ripping out Medusa's head.
Yeah, one of his fatalities is he pulls out Medusa's head, turns his enemies to stone, and then rushes through them, shattering them into a million pieces. But here's the thing about guest characters. They always try to explain why they're there. This isn't just Kratos is here, lol, so they try and give a reason
He's coming to
for
kill the gods here.
In the lore, he is summoned by Raiden to help in the final fight. Even though Kratos doesn't care for gods, he agrees to help. Their help might prove useful one day. After all, a debt of gratitude is often dearly paid. So, there you go, that's
Sure,
it.
of course.
Next, you want the next one? Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street.
And why is he here?
Freddy Krueger is also the reason why I hate guest fighters. You'll see why in a minute.
As in it's stupid, or as in he's really difficult?
No, because of a meta reason. His fatalities are all about his ability to conjure nightmares. One is that he slices and dices his foe, summons an incinerator, throws them in it, and watches as they burn alive.
Of course.
In the lore of Mortal Kombat, Freddy is from a new realm. So we got Chaos Realm, Order Realm, Earth Realm. Freddy Krueger is from the Dream Realm.
Of course.
Yeah, a brand new realm we've never heard of before.
I mean, that's fine.
He crawls into Earth Realm from the Dream Realm and wreaks havoc. But thankfully, Nightwolf uses a shamanistic ritual to send him back where he belongs after the end of the game. He is the reason you cannot buy Mortal Kombat 9 anymore.
Oh, because of rights.
Because WB lost the licensing rights to have Freddy in the game, and rather than just remove him, they just stopped selling it. If you want to play Mortal Kombat 9, you have to either pirate it or buy a physical copy for Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. You
What the fuck?
can't buy it on the PlayStation Store, can't buy it on Steam. Yeah, which is
fuck?
really annoying. And that is Mortal Kombat 9. The first game of Phase 2. Again, moving forwards, we're not recapping old events that you know now. We're now in a brand new world where half of our cast are actually dead. That is going to be a major plot point moving forwards. You'll see how. Really cool. What did you think?
I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's not what you liked, which is the silliness and the
Yeah,
single
that-
sentence.
I was literally about to say is...
We're never getting that back.
You're not. Sorry.
Oh.
It's proper stories now. But the wacky's still here.
Do all the dead characters, do you still get them as just like fighters for playing the game? Not like out with the story. Are they in the character select?
What, the ones that are dead?
Yeah.
It varies. Everybody who died is now a slave of Quan Chi.
Yeah.
Which means they will be in Mortal Kombat 10 in some way. Which means that if they're in the campaign, they're a playable character.
Okay.
Basically, if they were going to bring the voice actor in, they keep the character.
Cool.
Shang Tsung, not a fighter, I believe.
Yeah.
He's not working for Quan Chi. He's not a slave. He is dead. He's evaporated. He's just nothingness. But everybody else, dead in the Netherrealm as a soul. But yeah, exciting stuff.
Everyone, if you want to be a pal, why not give us a like and a subscribe? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Give that subscribe button
Fatality.
Hey, it's Monty. Quick thing. Because of how messy the recording schedule has been this year, we forgot to record a little tease for what the next episode is. It's not Mortal Kombat X. It's a Halloween special covering something that's been widely requested. See you on October 30th.